could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco.
He's from Saugatuck.
The power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:01 on a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in East Tennessee. Thank you for tuning in to the show. Alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear, we've got Walker Smith reporting live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. We've got basketball portal visitors headed to Knoxville this weekend. Kevin Sweeney of Sports Illustrated coming up to talk all things college basketball with us here in just a few minutes. We've got the Masters underway at Augusta. Big show tomorrow. We'll be live at the Casual Pint North Shore. Bob Baskerville increasing his vice-like grip on the Crest Cup early in 2026 will not be here with us tomorrow as he sneaks in another three-day weekend. What is it, your third or fourth of the year so far, Bobby?
It's a family business deal.
I
believe me, I'd rather be with you guys at Casual Pint.
Pint.
I'll be stuck on the road heading over to Savannah.
Driving? Not taking the RTI private jet?
No, I'll be driving.
Savannah's awfully close to Augusta. Something you're not telling us, Bob?
No. He said he's never been to the Masters.
Yeah. And
I mean, if you were going to the Masters, I trust you would just tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you kept it, could you imagine us spotting Bob like at
some
Ament corner, just sitting in the crowd?
I think that's Baskerville. All right, boys. Well, we're underway. I have not looked at the leaderboard all day. Can I have my official Masters music here as a little background as we get started here? Oh man, they never make it easy to find that leaderboard, do they? Let's try scores.
No, just there's the PGA Tour app. That's what you need to.
The Masters app.
I've got the Masters app. I'm on my laptop here though. I trust ESPN for this stuff. All right, here we go. Slamming Sammy Burns. And Rory McIlroy, last year's champion, tied at 5 under par. Rory's still out there through. Okay. All right, here we go. The sounds of Augusta. Walker Smith in his white Masters cap. You always tell the real ones when they break out their official Masters branded apparel this week. The scent of Bears cologne and disappointment wafting through the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios this afternoon. Bob Baskerville, already distracted by the potential of a 3-day weekend. And yours truly, thinking about that first sip of cold beer at the Casual Pint tomorrow. Yes, it's Sam Burns, no relation to George, tied with Rory Mac atop the leaderboard at 5 under. Kurt, we'll go with Kitayama.
That's correct.
3 under par. Jason Day, Patrick Reed, Aaron Ray, Ludwig Oberg, and Scotty Scheffler, all tied at 3 under. There's Freddie Couples on the leaderboard again at 2 under, tied with Tommy Fleetwood and Shane Lowry. Justin Rose, Justin Thomas, the Justices. Justin's also at 2 under. Thought I saw Jose Maria Olazabal on the leaderboard earlier today.
He was.
Oh, he's all the way down at 2. Finished 74, 2 over.
How
I
about,
really just wanted to say Jose Maria Olazabal.
how about Bryson DeChambeau absolutely soiling the bed so far in the first round?
Well, you hate to see it, Bob. You truly do.
+4.
With his 3D 5-iron he's debuting at Augusta this week.
I highly recommend everyone go and listen. I'll have to nail down exactly what it was. I think it was the first hour of Talk Sports, how those boys pronounced Jose Maria Olazabal.
Be honest, Bear, if you hadn't heard me pronounce it correctly just 2 seconds ago, what would you have said?
I don't know. I mean, I've mispronounced it before.
You would have gone with
but
the Z,
learned.
right? You would have gone with Z. It would have been Jose Maria Olazabal.
I'm pretty sure that is
Olazabal.
what they did this
He
morning.
would have broke out the JMO.
Those jokers in the morning don't know Jose. He's won this thing like twice, right?
Is he a two-timer?
I don't think he's a two-timer.
Jose Maria Olazabal has won multiple major championships, and I mean, it might have been in the
Very
90s.
quietly underrated golfer.
He's not quietly underrated. He's a legend, Hall of Famer. Yes, he won the Masters in 94 and 99. Masters champion. He's got 2 green jackets. And our morning show can't pronounce his name correctly? It's a damn outrage.
He's truly an exceptional player.
It's an outrage not to recognize the all-time greats. Jose Maria Olazabal kind of looks like a young Urban Meyer in some of the pictures I'm watching online. Let's just hope he wasn't a serial philanderer and altogether awful human being the way Urban Meyer was. Speaking of awful human beings, you guys been keeping up with the Rossini files?
I'm aware of them.
Yeah.
Is it fair game? Is it fair game to criticize? Okay, that's enough with the. Yeah, please. Is it fair game to criticize Diana Rossini for doing something that I'm guessing a significant chunk of male journalists in this field do, perhaps stepping out on her partner a little bit and using that to shame her online, or is it sick what is happening to that young lady's career online right now with people shaming her and not allowing her to just post her stories on social media without being called all manners of awful names?
I don't know. If you're to follow that narrative, it sounds like there's been prior instances.
Transgressions.
Yeah.
Well,
My whole thing, it's a really bad look. You can't. I mean, you cover him.
Would she be the first reporter, though, to get too close to a source newsmaking? I mean, like, that was the problem back in the olden days, is the writers would travel on the train with Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio and get hammered with them and then like report on stuff that today, first of all, you wouldn't even be on the plane with the players fraternizing like that. Yeah. But even if you did report certain things that you saw or heard away from the field, that would be unprofessional and you just wouldn't see it.
Did you guys ever hear about the scuttle? This was a little while ago, of Bill Belichick and Bonnie Bernstein.
Bonnie Bernstein?
What?
Yeah.
Like,
really?
Yes.
Wait, what
Bill
scuttle?
and Bonnie.
Like that they were romantically involved?
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah. That was.
I've always thought of him as being asexual.
Is Baskerville throwing out reckless?
It's not
romantic.
reckless.
Has that been reported anywhere?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I mean, reported to the extent, not like this kind of reporting. I mean, but it was out there to the extent that it was widely known. Let's put it that way.
That's not who I thought you were going to say, even after you said Belichick.
It does come out on the old Twitter
Why are you
thing.
doubting our guy?
No direct substantive connection between Bill Belichick and reporter Bonnie Bernstein.
That means they played it well.
What are you doing, Baskerville? I mean, you're supposed to be the professional one on this show. You're supposed to be the one. Part of the reason we brought you in here was to dress us up. I mean, Bear and I have been in the gutter for years. Yeah. You're supposed to add an aura of professionalism to this thing.
At some point, I recognize that's not possible.
He just gave up.
Bill Belichick and Bonnie Bernstein. Really, that's how we're going to start. Okay.
Double B's. The B's.
Maybe that's what they bonded over.
B. I can't remember any others. I mean, there was that whole thing where
I'm sure
Brett
it happens
Favre
all the years. I'm sure it happens all the time. All the time.
But that was unsolicited.
Yeah, I don't think that was almost, that might not have been a consensual.
No, I think probably somewhere, somehow, a crime was probably committed by that. Is it illegal to send pictures of your junk to people unsolicited?
I don't know, Bear. I suppose this is my fault for having a little fun with the Masters music there that we've already completely derailed into the gutter of sex 10 minutes into the show this afternoon.
This is not what Masters Week is about.
It's not.
It is a really bad look to be holding hands with a man that is not your husband in a pool, or especially a hot tub.
Well, he's getting off scot-free, and there's like people are just pillaring her.
He ain't getting off scot-free. You think Jen Vrabel's happy right now?
Well, no, probably not. But
you imagine what it's like at Vrabel's house?
Most of the nastiness you see online, I don't know if it's nasty. Maybe it's hysterical. I snicker at a couple of the things that I see, but most of it is directed towards her, right? She's the unprofessional one in this. He's just boys being boys.
The part I audibly chuckled at was the wife of the unnamed GM that tweeted out, what was it, like a year or two ago, about her being her husband's
well, there's again, it's the Rossini files. Like all these things are coming, like all these videos of her on different podcasts and stuff, making fun of her husband, saying that he's very plain, basically painting a picture of him as
just some cuck.
Well,
yes,
a little aggressive.
I mean, no,
dude, if your wife's, getting pictures taken of her in a hot tub with Mike Vrabel by Page 6, yeah, you've got a problem. You need to divorce your wife immediately.
I saw a video of her this morning from years ago on the Le Batard show saying that she took up the saxophone in middle school because, quote, it sounded like sex.
All right.
Do you think she's good looking?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought she's attractive.
She's very attractive. Yeah. What does that have to do with anything?
I was just curious.
It would be, you're curious if I find
Diana Rossini
attractive. Yeah, I mean, like every male most women would probably consider her attractive.
Okay.
Would it be different if she were ugly?
No,
you just what? Go ahead, finish the thought.
I don't find her as hot as most people.
All right, we're doing this thing. We'll put Diana Rossini on the list of awesome things Bear hates.
Right. And by the way, we just saw a version of this. It wasn't a professional sports coach and a journalist, but somebody from the 423 reminds us on the text box about the Coldplay concert incident.
Yes.
And it's the era
very
we live
similar.
in. Yeah, it's the era we live in, man. You get caught.
Head on a swivel.
Yeah. Cameras everywhere, man.
Don't have intimate what I would, maybe not intimate, but there's lines, and the couple that got caught on the Jumbotron and this.
Well,
sane person who's married is going to be okay with their spouse being that close to another person.
Think about it, like those were just some random people. They weren't famous, and they just in the wrong
now.
place. They got made famous. They got made internet famous. Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel are highly visible people, right?
Yeah.
And I realized it was some adult resort or whatever that they're at. Maybe they thought there was a level of privacy, but you can't be
interlocking fingers.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not on here trying to tell people how to get away with things, but you gotta, I don't know. I would think if you're famous like that, you want to keep it on the DL. as they say.
To me, it's all about that hot tub.
And in the Coldplay concert, by the way, the guy was like the CEO of a publicly held company. So it actually
was called astronomer or
yeah,
something like
it was
that.
actually it is kind of a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal no matter what, because
I mean, he's in the same tax bracket as Vrabel.
Yeah, it's like married people, doing this. So
okay, Bear, I'll play along.
No.
Why is it, quote, all about that hot tub, end quote?
I think when you're in the hot tub with a member of the opposite sex, it lends itself to, amorous behavior, Russ. You ever go hang out in a hot tub with a bunch of dudes?
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Yes.
Christ.
You haven't just had a group of guys get in the hot tub.
And
That's
somehow
that's awesome.
somehow I've resisted the urge to get amorous with them.
Yeah, I mean, at a gym,
you have some beers in a hot tub with the boys.
I feel like if you get in a hot
that?
tub with a woman, hot tubs lend it.
See,
put
I
the pole in
disagree.
the field.
I disagree.
Let's see what the people
We'll put
think.
the pole in the field. My logic here is it's very relaxing. So I just want to vent. I'm just like, I don't want to be on somebody or have somebody on me. And then, like, second of all, we all know what's going on in the hot tub. That water is unclean. And if I'm opening my mouth to do various things with another human being, inevitably some of that water is going to get into my mouth. So, like, I just know. I don't know.
You're all of a sudden worried about that?
Yes.
An avowed peer in the pooler.
All right. I don't see what one has to do with the other. I mean,
Apples and oranges.
That's part of the reason. That's part of the reason. By the way, I'm not a serial pool peer, for the record. I want that on wax, but I'm also not going to deny that it's never happened. Okay. I'm not going to lie like the rest of you out there.
It's happened.
Kevin Sweeney of Sports Illustrated coming up.
Maybe.
Thank
If
God.
he's listening to this, maybe not.
I hope
Might
not.
be like, oh,
We
no,
got all our silliness out of the way.
The
for this
portal
hour.
is, I'm sure that's all that'll happen over the next 3 hours. We've got portal news. Tennessee welcoming in visitors this week. A couple of new names for you. We got a big man, we got a guard, we got a shooter, and we got some hoops to talk about when we continue. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7934.
Fan Run app. Shout out to the boys over on the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. Do us a favor while you're over there. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. It is The Drive since 2010. Been doing it every afternoon now from 3 to 6 for about 15 years. I'm Russell Smith. I got Bob Baskerville, Baron Walker through the glass this afternoon, and we are pleased to be joined by Kevin Sweeney. He covers college basketball for Sports Illustrated and Basket Under Review. Good afternoon, Kevin. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, we're doing really well, man. This portal madness is interesting. The season ends, and it used to be you already had your signing class. You pretty much knew what next year's roster was going to be. Now, all of a sudden, it's this mad dash for 2 weeks to enter the portal, about a month and a half of assembling your roster for next year's team immediately following the season. As somebody who follows the sport closely, do you like the old way better, or is this growing on you?
I enjoy it. Obviously, it's a little chaotic, and it'd be nice just personally to have a day or two after the Final Four dust settles to before things get chaotic again with the portal. But I think it's important for the sport that teams have some continuity. But I also like the fact that you're not stuck in multi-year rebuilds, and you have an opportunity to quickly turn things around when you graduate guys or lose guys or you change coaches. I think all that's great, and I enjoy covering it. So,
hey, Kevin, appreciate you joining us as always. I know it's been a busy time of year for you, and just when some people might think it's winding down with the tournament, then this portal stuff goes bananas. I want to go back for a second to the tournament, because I don't think it took a genius to see from afar that Michigan was going to have a really, really good shot to win this whole thing. I mean, we could have been saying that back in December. That said, I just wanted to get your take on the Final Four, because I'll tell you what I didn't see coming. When Tennessee played Michigan, I think everybody that was a realistic Tennessee fan knew that game was likely going to end up a Michigan win. How it happened was a little more extreme than maybe we expected. But then I was thinking, okay, they're going to get in the Final Four playing Arizona. And, man, that is going to be a battle. And they just plowed through Arizona. And I also felt the UConn game was 6-point deficit at the end, but it felt like it was never in doubt, at least to me. How would you summarize that Final Four? Because it looked great on paper, but I'm not sure. I don't know. The basketball was I was a little nonplussed, I guess.
Yeah, people didn't make shots. That's part of it. I mean, you watch the Illinois-UConn game, and both teams are cutting each other up and getting great looks, and neither team could make one. And then you felt that for stretches of the title game as well, certainly, with UConn struggling from three and Michigan going 0-for in the first half, and just kind of finding a way, grinding it out with Yaxel injured. I felt all year that Michigan, their best was better than anyone else's best. I think we saw their best against Arizona. I don't think we saw their best against UConn, but it didn't matter. And I think that was sort of the magic of Michigan in a lot of respects, was they were so good defensively, so long, so difficult to score on, that they were well suited to win some of those grinders, in addition to, all right, when it's flying and everything looks great, we're really good. That to me was what separated them from great to elite.
Kevin Sweeney, SI with us. Another thing that separated them was the play of some of their transfers, Yaxel Lindenborg, Adai Kamara. Obviously, big impacts for them. And again, we're here in the portal season now, Kevin, and everybody wants to know who's going to be the next Yaxel Lindenborg out there, that is going to be a guy that comes not out of nowhere, but maybe out of relative obscurity to be a big player on a team on a national stage, leading to a Final Four and perhaps a national championship. Who are the guys you're keeping an eye on that everybody, including our beloved Volunteers and Rick Barnes here, will be coveting in the transfer portal the coming weeks?
Yeah, in terms of mid-major guys moving up that have legit kind of star power, I think about Terrence Hill, who was phenomenal at VCU in the NCAA tournament run that they had. Paulius Morauskas from St. Mary's, who's a great player at the 4. I think those are two guys that really pop to me from the mid-major land. And then you've got some heavy hitters that are moving school to school. Flory Badunga, one of the best centers in the country at Kansas, he's on the move. Obviously, you look at even locally, obviously JP Estrella, I know for you guys it's a tough loss. He'll be someone that's heavily coveted, including by Michigan, from what I've been told. Indiana involved there. David Punch at TCU, another that I think people will want in long line out the door for him as well.
Tennessee's got a couple of guys. Well, obviously Tyler Lundblade already committed, and then a couple of guys who are going to be visiting this week that we know of at the moment. Day Ames from Cal, and then help me with the name, guys. Miles Rubin from Loyola. Thoughts on those guys? Because Ames has been at a number of schools and all power conference level schools. Rubin, a mid-major guy. How do those guys kind of, I don't need a precise ranking from you or anything, but how do those guys stack up as far as like legitimate, coveted portal assets?
Yeah, they're both, highly coveted. Day, obviously just the scoring pedigree, having done it now in 3 different places, gotten better every year, been more efficient, been better going to the basket. I think that's the big difference for him is when he was a high school kid and I would see him in Chicago, he was a gunner from 3, but maybe not someone that you expected to be like a 3-level scorer, and he has become that. So obviously a big hole there with Gillespie and Nate Ament both departing. He could help there. And then Miles Rubin, one of the best rim protectors in college basketball over the last 3 years at Loyola. They had a down year this year, but he has done a lot of winning too. Won, I think, 48 games combined in his first 2 seasons. Will need to add some strength. He's on the leaner side, but obviously Tennessee has been good with that in the past. And he has a little more skill to him than I think you'd realize, not necessarily as a shooter, but Loyola would run their offense through him at times. He can pass, he can kind of play at both elbows and score that way. So he's not just a lob threat and dunker, even though obviously that's what he's been known for the last couple of years. And another Chicago kid that was pretty loyal to Loyola, and just, I think for the last year, the opportunity to play at the highest level is certainly attractive, and the money doesn't hurt.
As fans, I think, particularly as Tennessee fans, and we can get pretty myopic about it here in East Tennessee, Kevin, but we look at our team and, man, bring me the shooters, all the shooters. Juke Harris is out there. Obviously, they have already got Lundblade, who's a very good three-point shooter. But when I look at the teams that are winning, again, like big guys on Florida last year, big guys, Mara, Luxembourg again on Lindenborg again on Michigan this season. As you follow this stuff, what do you believe are the most coveted commodities in the transfer portal in terms of building a championship roster? Is it the size and depth in the post now, or is it still shooters?
I think it's bigs. I think it was already a scarce market to begin with. And now, because of the trend of, okay, not just are we going to be big, we're going to play multiple bigs at once, right? Michigan's playing 2 and 3 bigs and rotating through. Florida had a stable. Arizona had a stable. Like Illinois had a stable of bigs. Last year's Duke, played big. And like if you go through kind of nationally, what's winning right now, it's rim protection and offensive rebounding. And so that's made the big market even more challenging to navigate. I would say after that, it's probably point guards, and then it's shooting. Wings are probably the cheapest thing on the market, but shooting in particular at a premium within that, and guys who can really space the floor and make shots are super valuable.
So at this moment, with that in mind, who would you say is, from your perspective, the most coveted asset in the portal? Is it Badunga?
Yeah, I think it would be Flory, just because, it's as safe a bet as you can make. If you're going to spend $4, $5, $6 million on one player, have it be a guy that's already been an all conference level contributor at one of the best programs in the country. It's a safe bet.
And then let's swing to a guard that is not in the portal yet, but there is a lot of chatter. And if this kid ends up in the portal, where would you rank him? Maybe, just again, kind of off the top of your head. And I'm talking about Tyler Tanner from Vanderbilt.
Yeah, darn near number 1. He's an incredible player. Obviously, Vandy will do everything they can financially, but you get to this point now, and it's like people are going to dangle some probably stupid offers financially just to see if they can bait him in to entering. And he obviously has representatives that can help work through that process with him. We'll see how that ends up shaking out, but obviously an incredible talent, and a guy who's, again, a safe bet. Like he's done it at a very high level already, and still has upside to continue to improve.
Well, consider this, Tennessee fan, one guy who hopes. I hope we got somebody making a stupid offer to Tanner Tyler's camp behind the scenes right now. Tyler Tanner. I probably should ought to learn his name before I start throwing the stupid off and spending other people's money for.
You're probably not the first
elite point guards.
Those.
Yeah, we'll just call him Tanner. Visiting with Kevin Sweeney, Sports Illustrated Basket Under Review this afternoon. Kevin, are you surprised that there are no new coaches coming into the SEC next season?
Yeah, obviously there's been so much turnover the last couple of years that you kind of expected it would slow down. And obviously we did have the one change with Will Wade. But I guess he's a familiar face, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was bound to kind of slow up a little bit. And, a couple of the guys who were on the hot seat, Lamont Paris, Porter Mosier, they were able to kind of kick around and survive another year. We'll see what happens next year. But I think it was inevitable. These things kind of cycle in and out.
What do you make of the hiring of Mike Malone at North Carolina? Obviously a blue blood job, not the first name that, when they let go of Hubert Davis, everybody throwing the names out there of guys who might be a fit there. This is a little bit outside the box for North Carolina.
Yeah, obviously they have some experience going through the pro to college pipeline with Belichick. I think they hope this goes a little bit better. It's a different thing to walk into, right? The expectation of Carolina basketball versus Carolina football is way different. Certainly X and O wise, he's good enough and smart enough, and I think the experience of coaching Jokic will resonate with recruits, but he's going to need the right people in his building and people who can teach him the landscape, help him adapt really quickly to it. And I think the most important thing, kind of tangential to that, and there was a lot of reporting about the dynamic between Malone and his old GM in Denver, Calvin Booth, and it being sort of a power struggle that ended with both of them out of jobs, but it was a kind of ego-driven thing. And I think the most important thing for Mike Malone is you can't walk into this job with an ego. It's a different world, and he's going to have to learn and grow very quickly. If he does, he'll be very successful because I do think he's a very smart basketball coach. It's just the adjustment to college that'll be interesting to watch.
Hey, Kevin, let's talk for a second about Tennessee. And it's been an active couple of days around here with, a friend of mine, friend of yours, Ryan Shumpert, and I were talking about it. And we had positioned a number of what we thought would be the amount. Tennessee had 9 players returning, if you don't count Nate Ament. And we were saying, how many of those before all this activity started do we think Tennessee can retain just in numbers? And Ryan said around 5. And I actually thought, man, that feels a little low just given the caliber of the players we're talking about. But man, it is the Wild West with some of these numbers and demands that are coming out for players. And so the number now with Tennessee is down to 3. And that included Troy Henderson reversing course and coming back to Tennessee. From your perspective, because what that does do is give Rick Barnes more money to spend in the portal. You know this game well, you know this team well, knowing the players that have gone out, JP Estrella, one of them who you mentioned, but Amari Evans is another. Do you feel like some of these guys were not necessarily that critical or integral to a team who's really trying to set themselves up for the next step, the Final Four?
Yeah, look, it's always challenging, and every coach that I talk to this time of year ends up in some form of this debate of am I willing to pay the devils I know or roll the dice with the devils I don't, right? And I think this was a group outside of the guys who were definitely going, Gillespie, Nate, etc., that was very, very flawed, but also in many ways did a lot of the things that make Rick Barnes teams good. They guarded the ball, they were physical, they were tough. They lack some of the other stuff. And I think, at the end of the day for Rick, the challenge is all right, we're not poor. We're Tennessee. We have real resources here. We're an attractive destination for guys in the portal. We've done it before with really 3 straight years of elite additions, guys who can score it. And so do we want to roll the dice and play portal roulette a little bit, or do we want to stick with what we have and hope they get better? And I think when the numbers come in and they're so high, and I think it's very easy to be nah, man, we don't love you that much. We're willing to roll the dice with the devil we don't know. And that's a risky game, but I understand, how they kind of got there. I do think they'll miss some of these guys, and it won't be cheap to replace them by any stretch. But I understand how they ended up in this place, and I do think, obviously, with the visitors you mentioned and Lundblade and Dwayne Brown, I think is certainly a building block for the future. Like, this is not a complete gut job, and we'll look a little bit cleaner here in the coming days and weeks.
Most watched NCAA championship game in 7 years this week. For all the talk about problems in college sports, whether it's the transfer portal or the NIL money out of control, coaching movement, all those kinds of things, the game still seems to be in a pretty healthy spot. Kevin, what are your thoughts on college basketball going forward, being able to not only retain those of us who grew up watching and loving the sport, but bring in a new generation of fans?
Yeah, I think on one hand, when you look at the quality of the product, I think it's as good as it's been. I mean, guys want to stay in school longer. High-level players are all over the place. I think teams are playing a more analytically friendly, but also more visually appealing style of basketball. I think all those things are great, and in those ways, the game is in a great place. I do think there's some stuff that will be important for long-term stability's sake and long-term investment's sake, right? Like we're at a place where schools are investing more money than they ever have in being good at basketball, and not everybody can win. And I'm interested to see in 5 years when we look back and say, oh, wow. So I could use Miles Rubin and Loyola Chicago as a great example, right? Loyola Chicago is going to end up spending multiple $1 million on a roster. They still can't keep their best player because he still wants to go in the portal and go to the SEC, right? I think you start to look around and all right, so what are we investing for? And for every St. Louis that has a great year and makes the tournament, there's a lot of teams left holding the bag that spent a few million more than they ever spent before and aren't any better. And I think that's the interesting kind of conundrum to look at long term is will people stay as invested as they are right now if the results don't follow?
We were talking about Nate Ament just in passing as we're setting up other discussion points in this thing, but I want to get your take on this because there's a lot of people holding out hope that maybe Nate would reconsider, come back for a second year at Tennessee. We even talked with Tennessee assistant Greg Polinsky last week, who said if I was his parents, if I were his parents, I'd tell him to go unless he's going to drop precipitously down in the draft. I look at some of the projections: 14th by Bleacher Report, 9th by CBS Sports, 13th USA Today. Jeremy Wu just today posted Nate at projection number 8, which to me seems then like it's a no-brainer. But you do this stuff too. Where do you, if you were just kind of projecting for Nate Ament at this point, where do you see him in this upcoming NBA draft?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if he's not a lottery pick. I do think after you get through the top 6, 7, 8 picks, then it becomes a lot more fit-oriented. And I think if you're drafting Nate, you're going to be on a much more kind of longer-term timetable than you would be if you're going for a Yaxel Lendeborg, who could be in that same range. He's going to be 24 when his first NBA game tips off. So I do think he will end up staying in the draft. I do think you could make a case for next year's draft is really weak. Sure. He should get better with another year of development. You could spin how it makes sense, but there's such a risk involved in that. And at the end of the day, you're also worried about getting yourself ready getting yourself to the NBA sooner and hopefully getting that second contract sooner where the real money starts. It's not, we could make $2, $3, $4, $5 million at Tennessee, and that might be the same he's making next year. It's really the incremental of, are we turning down potentially making $20 million for an extra year, or $30 million or $50 million in this NBA landscape?
Yeah. And check me on this one, but all I can think about when this argument comes up is I think about JT Toppin, right? I mean, JT Toppin was projected as a first-round pick last year if he went into the draft, correct?
Yeah, I think he would have had a chance.
Yeah, and then this year, I mean, because of the injury and whatnot, I mean, he's down like second round is what I had seen. So, I mean, to your point, you just never know.
Right. Yeah, if you can be a lottery pick, it usually makes sense to go be a lottery pick. But I do think further down the draft, you'll see more and more guys say, hey, let's push it off and make sure we're ready, because we want to make sure it's all about the second contract on both ends, right? If you're a late first round pick, it's how can I make sure I'm best positioned to walk into the NBA and be good enough that I get that second contract? If you're a top 10 pick, it's how can I get to the NBA as soon as possible so that on getting that real money earlier and earlier.
He is Kevin Sweeney at SI Now, at basket_review on the social media website formerly known as Twitter. You can also follow him at CBB _central, at CBB _central. Kevin Sweeney, thanks, man. Really appreciate the time.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you, Kevin.
Kevin Sweeney, one more time on the program this afternoon, and throwing out a couple of names there that we need to go through here on the portal. And we'll get back into the two guys that we're bringing in on it. I think we probably, between now, tomorrow, there's probably going to be another name or two that we bring in on a visit. It's going to be a while, a couple of weeks here as Tennessee remakes its roster. Also, we've got more drama in the Lady Vols scene. Kim picking up another commitment today, or actually yesterday. It went public today. And Holly Rowe is elaborating on the controversial tweet she had earlier this week about Danny White. We'll get back into that. Wow. It is The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us. We'll get to your phone calls as well when we continue right after this.
The Drive. Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside was named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year by MarketWatch. Their variety packs come with options: iced tea, lemonade, or green tea. Find your flavor by trying them all. Surfside, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Party smart.
Since the 1960s, Crown Cleaners has provided imperial service for all of your dry cleaning needs. With unwavering attention to detail and customer care, Crown continues to earn the trust of yet another generation of citizens in Knoxville. They also provide free pickup and delivery of dry cleaning, laundry, and alteration services. So find a location near you at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, Knoxville's choice for dry cleaning for over 40 years.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess.
Run Radio breaking news desk. Former Tennessee big man J.P. Estrella has committed to Michigan.
Yeah, that's what the rumors were earlier today.
That's what Sweeney was just saying.
They were pushing hard for him.
Wolverines get one of the most coveted big men in the portal. Per Pete Thamel of ESPN, he continues the lineage of high-end transfer big men at Michigan as they played an outsized lineup to win the national title.
Should we have just paid him?
I don't know if we should have paid him his asking price. I had heard, I don't know what he signed for, there, but somebody had told me that Providence was offering him in the neighborhood of $5 million. So I don't know what he got from Michigan.
Providence?
But that shows, and I don't believe any of these numbers, right? Unless the athlete or his agent or the school, which would never happen, publish and publicize it like I just sort of, whatever. Maybe not. But my overall take on it is it stings because there are a lot of people when Estrella went into the portal like, can't finish around the rim, can't stay healthy, whatever. And I was thinking, I think I said on there, like, I don't know. I think he's pretty good. Like he was a former, top 50 recruit.
Borderline 5-star.
Yeah, like we were really excited about him. He's had some rotten injury luck, but if he can stay healthy and put it together, there's a reason he's leaving. And you're seeing these astronomical numbers being thrown around him is because big men are a commodity. It's a supply and demand issue. There aren't as many of them, and so people are willing to pay top dollar for what they're. It's like defensive tackles in the SEC, man. It's hard to find 6'5", 300-pound men that can move.
Yeah. Do you think that they get a look at like his whole medical file, like the NFL would?
It's a good question. I'm sure I would want to ask about it and know. I mean, I guess you don't have to. Like that's your business.
He said the foot issues would be what would give me pause.
I would want to know about that.
I think just my snap reaction here is they already have Kamara, they have Morez Johnson. The rumor is those guys are potentially toying with the concept of going into the NBA draft, not going into the portal, but going to the next level. I just wonder if some of this is kind of an insurance policy by Michigan to do that, because I don't see him unseating those two if they're still there.
Well, no, I mean,
he'd be coming off the bench.
Yeah, earlier in the week when I was talking about the difference between us and those Final Four teams, that was one of them, and he was one of the people I thought about. I was like, I could not picture. I didn't think JP was at their level.
I would agree. I'm telling you. I mean, who knows? You know what? Morez Johnson was averaging single digits at Illinois, and he went to Michigan, and now here he is, a possible NBA prospect. Kamara, we saw when we played UCLA in the NCAA tournament, we kicked their ass. We kicked his ass. But, there's something to be said for maybe Michigan thinks, hey, man, we can develop this guy further.
I'm sure that's what they're thinking. As the defending national champions just took the guy many of you didn't want. I kind of wanted him, but again, I don't know if I wanted him at what price he was.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Asking, well, here's the question. Who would you rather have next year? JP Estrella or Miles Rubin?
For the price that we'll probably get Miles Rubin at, I would say Rubin.
Entirely different guys, though.
Yeah.
I mean, one's a more defensive player. JP's not a defensive player. He's an offensive player.
Rubin, all the film I've seen on Rubin, he looks more like Felix than
Rubin is listed at 6'10", 220 on ESPN. And I watched the film earlier today. And when I say watch the film, I watched about 45 seconds of a minute and a half video on Twitter.
I need to go look at
So I've done my homework here. The thing that jumped out was like he plays smaller. And again, it's a highlight. So all I'm seeing is offensive stuff. And this guy's supposedly a rim protector. So like I don't know about that. He averaged 11.3 points, 7.1 rebounds per game at Loyola Chicago this past season. It was his third year. So he's played 3 years of college hoops. 6'10", 220. But like on the highlights I saw, I'm like, there's no way this guy's 6'10". And maybe it's just because he's playing low. He's playing with the ball in his hand a lot, driving from the perimeter. He's left-handed. He's got a neat little runner hook shot that it looks funky and is probably awkward for players to defend. But if you're asking me, like between him and Estrella, I don't know. I would probably rather have Estrella for what we do, what we need.
I don't know.
I'm with you. I would have been perfectly happy had JP stayed, but there is no world where we should have paid him upwards of $3 million to stay. I just don't see it. That's just my opinion, but it'll be interesting to see who we replace him with.
We have a guy who's 6'10", 220, that's going to be your rim protector.
Yeah.
In a very physical league, 220 pounds. I mean, Akbar is what, at least 240. JP's at least 240. Carey was huge. Like that's that's lacking a little bit in the size department. Najee Hines, the other guy that we're talking with from Seton Hall, not lacking in the size department, the girth department. We talked about him.
Yeah.
He's big, and I don't know if we can get him, though. He sounds like another guy who's going to be high priority for a lot of schools.
What about Tanner?
What about him?
Still no news.
Yeah. I mean, he's awesome. If he enters the portal, there's not a single school out there that wouldn't have interest. They won't have the funds, but there'll only be a select few that can do that. But
do you think we would have an inside track being the home state school? See, I wondered about Juke Harris because he's a North Carolina guy that we recruited earlier, and all the signs are that he's headed to Michigan as well.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's what I'm wondering is what did Michigan pay for JP? Because I'm going to tell you, if they're going to keep all these other guys, if Johnson comes back, if they've got the number 17 recruit in all of high school basketball coming in too. They've got Mara. They've got Trey McKinney. They've got a lot of mouths to feed financially too. So it makes me wonder
minutes
that they've also got a bigger kitchen to feed them from. And now they just won a national championship. So
sure,
the people that are writing those checks are going to be even more eager to pay them.
Yeah, but Juke's not going there no matter what you're paying him to sit on the bench.
He wouldn't sit on the bench.
I think the guy averaged 21 points a game.
My point is who could have more money available at the moment? Don't know. I'm just wondering if the addition of JP Estrella at some of the price points that we were hearing makes.
How does that affect their overall budget?
Yeah, they still got money, of course, but who else are they looking at too? They got Elliot Cadeau coming back too. I mean, they're pretty loaded still, so they got to pay all those guys too.
Bringing in Miles Rubin, who definitely sounds like he played Barry Sachs with the John Coltrane Quintet back in the day or so. I love that name. It's very good. I'd sign up for Miles Rubin. The other guy we're bringing in this weekend, Day Ames, from California. The Amaro Morgan tie there, potentially working in Tennessee's favor. Although,
where did he play? Cal.
He's played here, there, and everywhere. He was at Kansas State his freshman year, and then he went to Virginia. And then he went to Cal. So I don't know if he and Amaro Morgan crossed paths at all.
They did. Actually, both of these guys were with Amaro Morgan at one point. Because
Miles Rubin as well?
Yeah, Miles Rubin was at Loyola when Amaro was there. And Day Ames was also at Cal when Amaro Morgan was there as well.
So no. Amaro, he had left for Florida State, but he had brought Day Ames to Cal.
That's right.
They weren't together for a season or anything.
But they know each other.
Yeah.
There's a relationship.
Well, and Amaro's a Chicago guy too, as I recall. So yeah, there's no doubt he knows there's guys.
Ames right at 17 points a game for Cal this year. He shot 37.6. We'll round up and say 38% from 3-point range, 85% from the free throw line. He was third team All ACC, 6'2" combo guard.
He's good. He's good. I mean, he's another one, though, that's going to test the NBA draft waters, too.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Chaz did that, right? I mean, we went through that with Chaz Lanier. They're just checking all their options.
6'2" guard who's,
I know.
I'd feel pretty good about him coming back, but I feel when I first woke up this morning, I saw this guy's name for the first time and kind of read up. I was kind of like,
I saw a lot of Day Ames this year at Cal. I just happened to see a lot of Cal basketball for some reason. He's good, man.
You are Bobby Hoops.
He's good. He wasn't that good at Virginia. I do remember that too. So I guess
took a big step.
Yeah, ergo that's why he left.
Well, bring me all the shooters, man. It can't be just Lundblade, right? I think you got to have.
No, I mean we saw
3 or
that
4
this
of these
year.
guys. Give me shooters. We're running off. We're not running off these guys. They're leaving on their own. But
I mean,
bring me guys who can shoot, and Barnes will teach them how to.
And a reminder, you guys all know it, but I think it bears repeating. 38% from 3-point range is good. Anything above 40% 3-point range is elite.
Unicorn.
So, he's at 38. Yeah, that's worth looking at for sure.
I mean, Barnes had to do something. I mean, if he took Gillespie off the floor this year, our offense completely fell apart. Usually, we'd go 5 minutes.
Yeah,
we couldn't score.
No, I mean, that has been a recurring theme, right?
But it's not been. This was bad this year. I felt like
I don't think it was worse than other years.
I think our offense looked broken.
Do you feel like were the patented dry spells worse this year than they have been in years past? I feel like they were a lot worse in years past.
I was going to say, I don't think they were worse. I think they were, I think I've seen worse than this year.
But the point is correct. Like, you need depth, guys who can shoot on the bench so that you don't have those stretches. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next here on Fan Run Radio.
Put you in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio, and the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by the Casual Pint North Shore, where we will be tomorrow watching the Masters, sipping cold beverages, discussing the important and the frivolous issues of the day. I mean, it's 72 degrees right now outside. It's going to be 75 tomorrow. It's absolutely perfect. Come on out and see us as we drink from the keg of glory tomorrow at the Casual Pint North Shore, 2045 Thunderhead Road, the Blue Building next to Soccer Taco. Walker Smith, enlighten us.
At number 1, Tennessee basketball is set to host at least 2 visitors out of the NCAA transfer portal this weekend in Loyola's Chicago forward Miles Rubin and Cal guard Day-Day Ames. Both have relationships with Vols assistant coach Amaro Morgan. On the other end, former Vols big man J.P. Estrella has committed to Michigan.
So Ames and Rubin are both Chicago natives.
And we have a Chicago recruit coming in.
Yeah, we've got the point guard, Marquise Clark, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Just building a Chicago AAU team.
Getting that pipeline going to the Windy City. I like it, man. Those kids are tough.
It's a great basketball city.
Typically. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see if we get either one of these guys. But obviously, Amaro Morgan is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here now that Justin Gainey is no longer on the staff. And we'll see if Rick Barnes can reel these guys in, if he wants to reel them in.
Do you think Barnes is going to be able to hire a new assistant before the portal cycle ends, or is he just going to go through with the guys he's got right now?
I've heard he's prioritizing the portal.
Yeah.
And just doing that. I'm sure he's thought some about it and has names. So, I mean, that's not to say you couldn't hear an announcement tomorrow that they've hired somebody.
True.
But you might also wait because they've expanded these stats. Again, you had 3-man staffs for the longest time as far as full-time assistants. I know you had grad assistants and video guys and whatever, but now you've got 5 assistants. So he's got Polinsky. He's got Steve. Is it Steve McLean?
Yes.
Amaro
Morgan.
Brian Lentz.
Brian Lentz. Lucas Campbell. Like he's got a whole roster of guys that he's working with, but I haven't heard any names either. Usually, right before it's announced, you hear a name or two. Hey, Barnes is talking to this guys, and I haven't heard any of that. I'm sure they're pretty covered up with this portal stuff. Is an all day thing.
Yeah,
that they're dealing with right now.
I mean, I don't know. He would probably do this is promote a guy from within, just especially this time of year. You know, the guys that have connections in different spots and not having to go through a coaching search in the middle of the portal.
Yes.
At number 2, guard Naomi White has committed to Lady Vols basketball as the second transfer edition in as many days for Kim Caldwell has landed. White was the highest scoring freshman in Division I last season. She averaged 20.8 points at NAU, where she set records for offense, including single-season scoring and three-pointers made.
Lady Lumberjack.
Yep.
Becoming the Lady Vol.
Beautiful school in northern Arizona.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, up in Flagstaff, Arizona. Beautiful spot.
She was Big Sky Freshman of the Year. First team all-conference there last season. Averaged 20 points a game. Yeah, so, I mean, that's, again, you know, I like this mid-major route she's going. And I know.
Reeling you back in?
I don't know, man. I'll approach it with an open mind. Like, I hope she wins. I'm not going to sit there and pull against the Lady Vols next year. I'm skeptical, but I think it's interesting the approach of Avery Mills from Liberty, Naomi White from Northern Arizona. I think that's probably some of that is by design, right? Is, hey, we brought in players from other schools that were highly paid, last year, and it blew up in our face. We're going to go with the tryhards this year who are going to do what she wants them to do.
I would think that's by design, but it's also, there's obviously a lot of drama around the program right now that a lot of Power 4 girls that might be really good shooters don't really want to be a part of because they can go to places and get similar money. So I think there's a little bit of both of that going on. At number 3, former VFL Alvin Kamara will be honored at the Orange and White game on Saturday at Neyland Stadium after the former standout Tennessee running back made what was announced Thursday as a large philanthropic gift to Tennessee athletics. Specifics of Kamara's gift to Tennessee were not announced, but Kamara said in a statement that it will involve, quote, naming recognition in an area inside Neyland Stadium.
So that's probably a 7-figure gift.
Yeah, like what would qualify? I mean, what qualifies as philanthropic?
Philanthropic.
It's philanthropic.
What do you mean?
Like, I wonder what boundary you have to cross to where it's. I mean, that's described like when somebody leaves their estate or something to the university, which people have done.
Well, no, I mean, remember, the last one was Grant Williams, right? He gave a huge gift a couple of years ago.
Peyton
maybe
did.
just like within the year. Peyton's always given. But,
He's older.
I don't think Alvin Kamara, I mean, it's pretty cool, man. He doesn't have Peyton money. I don't know that he has Grant Williams.
And
money.
he only spent, what, 1 or 2 years?
He's here for 2 seasons.
Two
but
seasons.
Obviously, we made a mark. So, yeah, man. That's pretty cool.
I wonder what the naming right's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, the locker room is already Peyton Manning. They've got like the Wolf Kaplan Media Center, the Laura Sella room.
Maybe they name a tunnel after him if there's something around there. Or, I don't know. What?
The disco space?
Girls VJ.
Oh, my God.
Roost.
I would not even, unless he brought it up, that's not the kind of thing I would
The
suggest
T-shirt
to him.
cannon, like the one that's like mobile, like Sterl comes out. First of all, we need to motorize that thing, right? So Sterl's driving the T-shirt cannon, just boom, 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 just shooting them all over the place, tearing up the field, doing donuts in the middle of the stadium as the DJ booth blares the latest hip-hop anthems at you. It's the Alvin Kamara DJ Sterl T-shirt cannon.
That's part of the problem, by the way. It's not the latest stuff. It's always Pitbull and all this other. Sorry, just digressing. But
yeah, I mean, Alvin would have different tastes in what Sterl
maybe
plays, but
maybe
it
he
would be
chooses the
a
playlist.
remember, he was into the taffy, the Laffy Taffy.
Who was?
Alvin Kamara. He was.
Get your candy right, Bear. Come on, don't bring
What
false.
Laffy Taffy?
Airheads.
Very different.
AK loves Airheads.
Okay, well, Airheads is taffy, right? Am I
They're
right?
very different.
Very.
I'm a Laffy Taffy guy. Airheads are and I love AK, but Airheads a cheap, poor imitation of Laffy Taffy.
They were paying the bills for him. If they had a Airheads cannon.
What was Marshawn Lynch's thing?
Skittles.
Anybody like nerds?
Oh, yeah. I love nerds.
No, I'm saying any player because nerds are like the most addictive thing I've come across in a while.
Right.
As far as candy.
Skittles are good.
Get those small boxes of nerds on Halloween, just pour them down your gullet.
Well,
and
I'm
fell
actually,
swoop.
I should get the nerds gummies, the kind of the clusters.
Those are good too.
Oh,
yeah.
God, those are killer.
Great. Really good. And at number 4, one of the best events on the sports calendar has begun as the first round of the Masters is underway in Augusta. With the latest scores and standings, Mr. Bear has you covered.
I will kill you in your sleep.
Whoa!
That's nice.
Why?
We've had multiple conversations.
violent.
Can we play
multiple
the music?
conversations. We don't play the music for this.
Just do your
We should play the
thing.
music.
Just go ahead.
You've ruined it.
We should play
Thanks,
the
Walker.
music. Would you like me to read the scores?
Oh, my God. Please, for the love of God.
Just go. Bear, go.
All right, atop the leaderboard at number 1, we have a tie. The clubhouse leaders are Sam Burns and Rory McIlroy. They are sitting at 5 under par. We've got kind of a log jam in third with Kurt Katayama, Jason Day, Patrick Reed. That's the guy everybody hates, right, Russ?
Yep, that's him.
Justin Rose, Greg Woodland,
Gary
Woodland, and Scotty Scheffler.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got, some people scattered. Shane Lowry, Shoffley, Spieth, Justin Thomas, tied for 9th. And then from there, it gets, you're down to like Ho Tong Lee.
That's your guy.
We do have a bunch of notables down near the bottom right now. Guys you would not expect. Vijay Singh, +7, tied for 81.
Well, I mean, that's not surprising. The guy's like 70 years old.
I'm an Angel Cabrera.
Angel
Cabrera. Mike Weir.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Former champion.
6 over. Let's see. Here's one. John Rahm is in 63rd, 4 over par. Not good for John. Bryson DeChambeau. Bubba Watson. I was getting ready to say
Bubba.
All down there. Victor Hovland. Is that how you say it?
Yes. We've got we haven't talked about this week.
I was about to say.
We've got a Tennessee volunteer
Mm-hmm.
playing in the Masters.
Yes, sir.
This year. Jackson Harrington is one of the amateurs out there. He's 4 over 76 today.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Better than I would do.
I mean, he's tied with John Rahm
And Bryson
DeChambeau and Cantley.
There are 2 golfers tied with the highest score of the day. We've got 2 guys who shot +12 84s. Why are you laughing, Bob? I just want to see if Mr. Bear can enlighten us and tell us who the 2 guys are who shot 84.
Nayuki. You really want me to try it?
I asked I'm sorry?
Nayuki Kanawaka.
I don't know why you have to do the accent there. That's not nice.
Okay, so
borderline racist.
No, it was not. Aldrich Potgieter.
That's actually pretty close.
Probably, yeah. He's from South Africa. Bet he has a cool accent.
And then there's this guy tied at 87, Sammy. I mean, what do all these dots mean? Like, what is that supposed to?
Those are accents.
Like Motley Crue?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Valimaki?
Sure. We'll go with that.
Matteo Pulsini. We can do almost all these.
Oh, you're killing it.
Grazerman.
All right. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Walker.
Boom Boom Couples is tied for 9th.
Yeah.
By the way.
He always starts out strong.
Sure does.
Loves this course. And speaking of, he's got to be mid-60s now, maybe late 60s.
His back's going to tighten up like Tommy Fleetwood sitting at.
Maybe the purest golf swing of all time, Freddie Couples.
Yes.
Just a thing of beauty. Top 4 at 4, brought to you this afternoon by our friends at the Casual Pint North Shore. Come out and see us tomorrow. It'll be your first opportunity to pick up free Knoxville Smokies tickets. We will have your Smokies tickets, flex tickets that will get you to any Smokies home game this season. Pretty outstanding, right? You come by and see us tomorrow. We're going to hook you up. The address is 2045 Thunderhead Road at South North Shore Drive, the blue building right between Soccer Taco and the OG Kazzies out there. And again, it's going to be a beautiful day. So we'd love to see you out there. If you're just swinging by, can't stay, maybe pick up a 6-pack. We'll get you some tickets to go. Tell them you're listening out there, and we're looking forward to it, man. Come out and show some love tomorrow at the Casual Pint. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435, if you want to join us here on the program today. Texter from the 423 area code says the fact that Russell and Walker hang out in hot tubs with dudes to just chill says more about them than it does Bob finding that odd. See, I don't.
What's the problem with hanging out with just having a beer with your bros
boys
in the hot tub
at a like you run a chalet
big sausage party?
Well,
chalet, a bunch of dudes in a hot tub. I'm not getting into the damn hot tub with a bunch of damn dudes.
You've never been to a bachelor party?
We didn't get in the damn hot tub. We went to the Shake Shack like most men do.
Well, you can do that too.
You can do both of them.
No, yeah, I don't get in hot tub with dudes.
What do you think is going to happen? Are you really so insecure?
No, it's not about being
get
insecure.
into a hot tub.
You think it's strange.
So we're at Cherokee or so. We're enjoying Dudes Weekend, the four of us. We've got a hot tub. Me, Walker, and Bob are sitting in the hot tub. There's plenty of room. It feels great. You think we're just going to immediately be on you if you get in the hot tub with us?
No, I'm not going to get in the hot tub.
I understand that. I'm asking you why.
I don't get in hot tubs with dudes.
You think that makes you gay?
No, I just don't. I don't bathe with dudes. Hot tubs are kind of an
we're not
intimate
bathing.
thing.
Nobody's breaking out the shampoo.
Yeah, but
it's a hot
you're
tub.
way too close to me. It's a personal space issue. And
I'm not sitting in your lap.
It's just weird, man. I'm not the only person that feels this way.
I mean,
did you put the poll in the field?
Yes. Pull up the results here for you.
How did you word it? Because usually you'll word these
How
things.
how should I have worded it?
Is it weird as a dude to want to like getting in the hot tub?
Well, that's not the conversation we had at the time. No, and I'd be interested to see the results of that poll.
Yeah, actually, as I recall, this whole thing started with you saying that hot tubs and
lead to sex.
They create horniness.
Yes, you said hot tubs
said it's kind
always
of
lead to sex.
It's in kind of an intimate setting, and I just choose not to be in there with a bunch of dudes.
I worded the poll the way you worded it. Does being in a hot tub, quote, always lead to sex? 34 votes, only 34 votes cast. I think most people are refraining. I mean, that's a sign that this is a little bit weird, but 79.4% of the audience says no. So we'll round up. 21% are with you.
I mean, some of the comments are great. Smith Peters on Twitter said he prefers not to sleep with my buddy pal. I don't know what you got going on over there.
We're not sleeping together.
We're in a hot burner. 2 dudes? ? Yes, John Henderson's burner. 2 dudes. Atomic Vol with Bear. No, because I wouldn't get in the thing with you, buddy.
Oh my God!
It's a hot tub. It's not that deep, guys.
It does if you want that Drake May scoop, according to Jim McCaslin.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So let me ask you this, because today and this is part of my routine. I worked out and I do
took a soak.
Sauna.
Saunas are different.
Oh, I love this.
How is the sauna different? People are naked in the sauna.
No, they're not.
The sauna is much more of questionable masculine, and I love the sauna as well. But if you're, I can't even with you, man.
Like, what?
I won't get in this. I won't get in the completely non-sexual hot tub with my close personal friends, but I'll put on a towel around my waist and sit there with a bunch of other dudes soaking up the steam, sweating
that you don't even know.
You just stare at the ground.
That sounds great.
That's why I pop in earbud and listen to something. Just kind of.
Where are you hitting up the sauna, man?
I'm at my gym.
What gym you go?
How do you take your phone in there?
Yeah.
Isn't it awful hot for an iPhone?
No, I wouldn't do it in a steam room because it's too much moisture. But no, sauna, I'd put it.
Your phone will tell you if it's too hot.
Yeah, it'll shut off.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's not good for it. You don't want it to get that hot. But.
Now, there's some interesting things. Scott0020 says, how am I agreeing with Bear today?
Because I'm right. Quite a bit.
Posty, though, says this may be a Bear issue. Maybe he's the one that gets intimate feelings in a hot tub.
No.
That's what it sounds
like. That's a good point. You're the only one taking it there. Walker and we're chilling.
Outside the fact, it's on the list, man. Hot tubs are nasty, dude.
I think this is just a hot tub.
Okay,
but I've said this this is one of the original things.
I brought this up initially, though, over an hour ago. This is the first time your initial objection was that it's
It
weird.
wasn't an
It's
objection.
freaky.
I'm just saying that
You're changing your story.
Okay, no, I'm not. What I should have said earlier when I thought of, okay, let me ask you this. You're sitting at home tonight and you pull up the internet and you see somebody has posted pictures of your wife with another dude in a hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be pissed at all. You're not going to be waiting for, you aren't going to be like.
What does this have to do with whether or not hot tubs are fun to be in?
Because that's where this all started. I said a hot tub is kind of an intimate thing. No, and then it led to I wouldn't get in a hot tub with a bunch of dudes.
I'm so lost.
Because you think that, well, like if your wife finds out, she's gonna think you're in some sort of secret homosexual relationship with your friends.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Things. This is how the conversation started, bro.
Yes.
If you're at home tonight and you find out, like the Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel thing, you're Jen Vrabel.
Yeah.
You see these damn pictures of your husband.
Yeah.
He's in some hot tub with some hussy.
That's weird. I wouldn't get into a hot tub with another woman because it would be disrespectful to my wife. But if my wife sees pictures of me and Walker in the hot tub together, she's going to say, you know what she's going to say? Two dudes hanging out in the hot tub. She's not going to think, oh my God, Walker and Russell are they're seeing each other.
Well, there were multiple parts of this argument and discussion.
Okay, but our argument,
the Diana Rossini thing, and
yes, and we were all in agreement in all parts of the discussion until you said that there's something weird about being in a hot tub with another dude.
Yeah, it's the same reason that you would be mad if your wife was in a hot tub.
No, that is
no, it's weird, man.
No,
I mean, it's weird. It's like bathing with somebody.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not. No.
First of all, bathing with somebody else sucks. Like we've all done it. It's not as cool as you thought it was going to be. It's always like, oh my God, I'm cold. I need the shower. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that.
I just never, now that
you're afraid that people are going to think something about you.
No, that's your bizarro armchair.
Then what are you afraid of? That
I'm not afraid of anything. I just don't like doing it. You don't.
Oh!
I just don't like doing it.
I'm not attacking you.
It's not for everybody. Yeah, you are. You're not truly attacking me. You're
attacking me.
You're painting a narrative.
You're saying me and Walker are weird, and we're not. We just two dudes who like the hot tub.
All right, well, you guys have fun this weekend.
Meanwhile, the YouTube numbers plummeting.
No, they're not. They're pretty good right now. I'm watching them. They're actually strong. They're above average.
Mm.
Are we making you uncomfortable, Bob?
No, just.
Do you want to get back to breaking down day games and?
Yeah, I just quit listening a while back. That's all.
That's all right.
Bob, is it okay to have a beer with your bros in a hot tub?
I think Bob's already on record saying yes. I think
I need verbal confirmation.
I think most normal.
I think it depends. Okay, let me just clear this up. I would say it depends on the size of the hot tub because this question came from.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
What's his name here? One and only one. He asked, "How close are y'all in the hot tub?" and I agree. It's like if it's tight quarters, no, I'm not down with having a beer with a bunch of dudes.
It's knee. That's different.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not asking Walker into the heart-shaped hot tub at the Bear Lodge down on.
Well, that's what I'm picturing in my head. Since this whole thing started was like most 4-man hot tubs. I don't want to get no bathtub.
4-man hot tub. I'll get in with up to 2 dudes.
Each person gets a corner.
4's getting a little.
Tell you what, I was at my gym of choice. I don't do the hot tub there, but I used to. And one of the reasons I didn't is I saw one dude come in, drop the towel, and get in, and I was like, okay, I'm out. Just got up. And
See?
I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm
done. So it's a weird like nudity thing that you have about it.
Well, it's just. No.
She doesn't like seeing guys shirtless.
So you go swimming in a pool with other dudes.
That's
like
totally
it's a matter of proximity.
It's proximity, and
what if the pool was full of warm water? Would it be different?
No, it's not. Doesn't have the same. A swimming pool doesn't have the same connotations to me as a hot tub.
Okay.
Bear is terrified that you are going to get super gay on him. In the hot tub.
I'm just saying.
Stay with us. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio after this.
The Drive.
For the fans. by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care.
And MJ says maybe if Bear gets in the hot tub with dudes, he might be afraid it would move, like George and Seinfeld. I think that was getting a massage. Will you get a massage from a dude?
No. No.
No? That's a little too close and personal?
I don't let dudes cut my hair.
Okay.
I mean,
you're still going to say you're not insecure about something. Like you need to talk to somebody about this, man. Like
no,
it's a haircut.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. But a guy
you don't know?
Not sure.
What about your doctor? Is your doctor male or female?
Yeah. You never turn your head and cough?
Wait a second.
That's different.
No, you're saying
that's
different. No, that's my point. I'm flipping the script.
I was talking about a damn massage.
I know, but I'm asking you as a doc. Are you comfortable with a female as a doctor?
Wait, are you asking as a doctor, Bear? Yeah. Would he become, or are you asking
him as a patient?
As a patient? Oh,
yes. I just want the most qualified person when it comes to.
It's actually a good point. I don't
care.
I don't worry about it.
I want the smartest, most skilled doctor I can get.
Does a woman? I've never heard of a woman turn your head and cough.
Oh, been there.
That you've been there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, it's not comfortable.
It's just business.
All sorts of weird thoughts happening right now, Felix.
We're on the radio, bro.
It's. Hey, man, it's been exclusively dudes for me in that situation. Yeah.
I do right now. I told you my thing right now. My family doctor is a big fan of the drive. And while I love and appreciate Dr. B and appreciate all his support, I would be lying if I said sometimes I haven't wondered if it was a good thing that my doctor is a longtime loyal listener of us because we're idiots.
At Volpool on the YouTube chat says, Bear, show us on the doll where the barber touched you.
Yeah, I've got the last time, Denver. His name's Denver. He like notched all my friends. Like he would notch your ears. I don't know if he couldn't see or what, but like he would cut the hell out of your ears. So we all stopped going to it. And then we all started going to the two gals that worked at the barbershop. And that's kind of where that started. He was a Marine barber by trade.
Okay, let's talk about let's pivot it somehow into a sports theme. Chaz Coleman. Okay, there's a lot of chatter about whether he's going to stay or not. If it meant he would stay and not be uptight and play football, but you had to do a hot tub session with him.
I mean, is he gonna completely hit his ceiling, like his 5-star ceiling?
Yeah.
Will we be hoisting a trophy?
But you're going to be really close to him. He's going to have his arm around you in the hot tub.
Yeah, it's like a
Would be clothed?
Very tight
quarters. No, you're not
suits?
clothed. Yeah, you're wearing a bathing suit. What, you think we're naked in the hot tub?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? It just gets weirder and weirder as we go along. DR Vol says, Bear's Chinaman accent is elite. Please have him do it for the entire show. First of all, I believe Chinese is the preferred nomenclature. Second of all, it was Japanese. It was a Japanese name. DR, you knucklehead. Yeah, grief, man.
I don't know, Bob. I mean, I really want a natty.
Get in there and take one for the team. I think this is a great idea. Here's what we do. Here's our next great fan run venture.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to involve me getting a hot tub.
Hot tub interview. We get a hot tub. We stick it in that room over there, like Rodney Dangerfield and Back to School. Hold on, hear me out. We put some mics like these on stands. We bring people, just interviews in a hot tub. Just dudes chilling. Think about the best way to get people to let their guard down is to get them relaxed. We get them in the hot tub. I mean, the Tony Vitello episode alone would do massive female viewers.
How would Bear feel about that?
Which, by the way, if you notice some of the tweets from out there, it's already starting out there.
Would you get in the heart-shaped hot tub naked with Tony Vitello if it meant he came back to coach the Vols again for the rest of his career?
No.
You don't want it enough.
Nope. Would you? You do it willingly now, even if he wasn't coming back.
Maybe. He's a handsome guy. What can I say? In your world, where the hot tub always leads to sex.
I didn't say it always did. I don't know. There are many, many reasons. Number one, they're nasty.
It makes you uncomfortable.
I mean, you guys apparently get your kicks getting into them. I don't know. I think that's weird.
I mean,
I may be in the minority here, but
not
it's
a big deal.
It's weird.
It's weird if you make it weird.
Yeah.
Walker and I, we're in there like men. We're in our bathing suits. We're in the hot tub. We've got a cold beer. We're talking about the Masters. We're talking about football, life. We're broing out.
It's awesome.
Broing out.
We got a show host who said he likes a hot tub.
Cody McClure says, love hitting the hot tub with the fellas.
Thank you, Cody.
It's elite, man.
It's great.
You and your boys in the hot tub, chopping it up with cold beers.
It's a great time.
Elite.
You're not supposed to drink in hot tubs.
It's
not safe.
Okay, you've officially lost the plot here. Let's get Phil in here next. Phil, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
What's that, David?
Billy!
What's all this hot tub talk? Does that help recruiting?
I mean, if I were a recruit, you put a hot tub in my room when I get there, maybe a couple young ladies in it. Wouldn't hurt.
Hopefully there's none of these portal targets listening to this stuff, Phil, because
Randy Moss wanted to go swimming on his visit here. They opened up the aquatic center just for him.
Huh.
He wanted to jump off the hot stuff.
Still didn't come here.
I'm surprised he woke up to go to the aquatic center. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine Peyton Manning throwing to Randy Moss back in the day, Phil?
Oh, Lord. Well,
I mean, Bob and Walker's boy, Chad Pennington, made him look like a star.
That's true.
With the Marshall blundering turd.
So J.P. Estrella went to Michigan and didn't even visit.
Oh, is that what they're saying? I didn't even catch that.
What's there to see? I'm going up there to hoop, man. How big is the bag, and what's my role going to be? I don't need to go up there and visit Michigan.
Well, there's one thing about it, though. He will have superior coaching at Michigan than has he would have got here.
Ooh, Phil.
As much as I hate to admit it.
I don't know if it's superior. I mean, like, he's beaten Rick Barnes twice head-to-head now with a lesser roster and with a better roster. I mean, I would agree that Dusty May right now is the better coach. Rick Barnes has a bigger and better body of work. But I also wonder in all this is like, what is JP's role? It feels like and I'm just guessing on this, I haven't spoken to him about it, but I bet he's one of these big guys that wants to step out and shoot it a little bit. And Rick Barnes probably views him more as a traditional buried in the paint big man. And a lot of these guys want to show that they can step out and show range, and JP's shown range, but not much. And I bet that Dusty May is more apt to give him more of a green light.
Yeah, plus Michigan has a superior point guard at the ball time.
Right.
And, I mean, look what they did, Claude. I mean, he was terrible his last year at North Carolina, and look what they resurrected him.
That's what I was saying earlier, man.
He was the difference in the NCAA tournament. Get down to it.
I was saying the same thing, Phil, about like Kamara. Remember when Tennessee played UCLA in the tournament? I mean, Kamara looked like he looked raw, but I mean, he's developed a lot. Morris Johnson was a good player at Illinois, but man, he's an NBA guy now.
Well, this kid from Loyola, Chicago, I'd say he's probably going to be Acapara's replacement. We still need another big guy or probably two big guys. When you think need somebody to play the four with Dwayne Brown, who's going to be Dwayne Brown's running mate at the four?
True.
No, absolutely. And I like Dwayne Brown. I would rather give me a four who can step out and shoot it again. Like we were at our best with obviously Grant Williams, but even Josiah Jordan-James as a smaller four that can guard multiple positions.
That can lead on the perimeter.
That can rebound, that can shoot from outside. Stretch fours are where it's at, man.
Can handle the ball.
And here's it, like we were talking with Kevin Sweeney about big men taking over the game again. And it's like, yeah, I like having double bigs out there, but one of them's got to be a threat from deep. They can't just both be standing on the block. You've got to stretch the defense out.
Yeah. I watched Dwayne Brown's range 10 feet.
I mean, yeah, I like that little baby hook. I mean, he's got a little Grant Williams game to him, just soft hands around the rim. I don't see him being much of a 3-point threat. I mean, we haven't seen that at all yet. But I love Dwayne Brown. I don't know. Do you want Dwayne Brown in your starting lineup next year, or do you want him coming off the bench?
Well, it depends on who you get.
Yeah, I think it's all about who else is, the complementary players.
I actually heard some scuttlebugs that they may sign Chris Washington out of Murfreesboro. He's a power forward, but he's 6'9", 195, and is that going to be? He won't be ready physically for SEC play.
Now he'll get rooted right out of there, won't he? 6'9", 195. Wow, that's skinny.
Yeah, he's a nice sounding prospect, Phil. I don't know how much I depend on any of these freshmen next year. I mean, you saw Ament struggled to adapt at times, and none of these guys that we're talking about are on his level.
No, but I think Manny Green would be one that might play. He's probably a little bit taller than the guy that's left, or Evans.
Yes.
And he's about 210 pounds, 6'6". He can play the wing and power forward.
That's a really good point, too. ourselves included, we haven't spent much time, because I don't really know enough, but talking about what Barnes may see in those guys, Ralph Scott, Manny Green. I mean, those guys may be more special than we know.
They're guys, and I hate speaking about this way, but you have to in this age that we're in. But they're cheap. Yeah, I would think. I don't think we have a ton. Maybe the Ralph Scott was a little bit higher ranked, but you got to have these guys on the end of the bench that aren't taking up a lot of money in your budget.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't spend $1 million on all these dudes.
No. Are we going to wait around for Tyler Tanner? I mean, how long are you going to wait? I mean, there's all kinds of point guards out there.
I mean, they have to know whether that's real or not by now, right?
Yeah, and who knows? That's the point. Nobody really does know, but maybe that's why there's so much silence on the point guard front.
It's interesting that we haven't been really connected with any other ones.
Yeah.
I do like this guy from California, though. I'm like Bob. I've seen him play, and he's in a pinch, he could play the point next year if you don't get anybody, and then he'll be your two guard next year.
That's the Day kid from Cal.
Yeah. Then Troy Henderson, I think he'll be a good two guard. Maybe he can play some backup point.
Yeah.
If you get that shoulder straight.
Yeah. I mean,
we can dream, right? If we happen to get Tyler Tanner, Day Ames, and Lundblade, and those are your three shooters, then I'm comfortable with Dwayne Brown being in the starting lineup.
We get Dwayne Brown, Reuben
Miles Rubin.
Miles Rubin.
You need to find somebody who can score a little bit inside, though. I mean,
yeah.
JP is a loss. He was 10 points a game, even though he's a defensive liability. I don't know. We'll see what he does at Michigan on defense.
Probably turn into all world.
Well, he was the top 50 recruit, wasn't he?
Who did we? Was it Duke? I mean, we had a hell of a battle just to get him.
I think it was Duke.
Duke was in on him.
Out of Maine, right?
Yeah, Syracuse was in on him. I think he visited Syracuse and Duke and us.
But here's the, it's not going to surprise me at all if he does well at Michigan. But you can't be mad about it. Yeah. Just like you can't be mad about Cam Carr, because the sport, as we knew it, Phil, Bob, Barry, like growing up, like that, those days are over. It's just, it's a new team every year. And just because a good player leaves doesn't mean that you did anything wrong as a program. That's just going to happen now. And guess what? We're going to get good players who left other programs, and those programs didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Yeah. We're taking guys from Cal and Loyola Chicago maybe right now, but eventually we're going to get, I would imagine at some point, I mean, we got a guy from Maryland last year, right? I mean, that's a Big Ten school. Now they were in the tournament. It was a good player that they, I'm sure, wanted to keep. And that's just what's going to happen now.
What do you think about Cade Phillips probably going to Alabama now?
Yeah, I mean, he goes from singing and praising to aiding and abetting. It's two different programs right there, Phil. A little bit of a culture change. Again, like you can't be mad about it. Like it's
he's the one I would have liked to have kept.
Yeah,
it's a business now.
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you.
Thank you, Phil. 865-966-3435. Your phone number if you want to call or text the show this afternoon. 865-966-3435. It is The Drive on a Thursday afternoon. Gearing up for a live show tomorrow at the Casual Pint North Shore. We'll be broadcasting live from 3 to 6 p.m. Calling out, see us. Pick up some Smokies tickets. Smokies in town all week long, man. It's been fun. These will get you into any Smokies home game. We'll have them for you for free when you come out to see us tomorrow in West Knoxville at the Casual Pint North Shore. Quick timeout. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry?
today. Holly Rowe opening up more about her since deleted tweet about Tennessee Athletics Director Danny White. Who's Dana White? He's the UFC guy. In an interview with Front Office Sports, Rowe went in depth about it, said, "To see what's going on at Tennessee, I'm sad," Rowe said, "but what happens when you put something on social media, you don't understand how other people twist it and turn it into something ugly. Tennessee fans are getting in this fight about which sports should be getting more NIL money, and I'm thinking this is not serving any purpose." Still, Rowe didn't hold back on her perspective regarding the investment in women's sports either. The longtime ESPN reporter recalled that Summit's women's basketball program previously was the first within the athletics department to endow scholarships. Recent reports show the team's roster currently has 0 players after a 16-14 season and a transfer portal exodus. Rowe says, "I'm still grieving Summit frequently, and to watch that legacy getting reduced to something that's not special is hard to watch. I do think I can be more productive with how I express that and talk to the AD and the people at Tennessee directly because it does make me sad. I want them to retain her legacy and continue to be a strong program. There's more productive ways to do that than on social media." So she's basically saying she did not appreciate how her comment got spun and turned into a cudgel that other fans who don't necessarily care about the Lady Vols or their program that they used to bash on Danny White.
Which she also didn't walk in much of it back. She explained a little bit more. But
yeah, I mean, my thing is, like, why delete it? Like, deleting it almost calls more attention to it.
Yeah.
And
I'm a big non-deleter of tweets.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything that you probably should have deleted?
I mean, the only thing I ever tweet at, maybe some F-bombs a couple of times.
And you just leave them up there?
Yeah.
Walker, please please search Bear's Twitter feed for the F word. Report back to us the number of instances you find Bear suddenly looking very worried.
No, I'm trying to set the over-under. I'm going to say under 5.
Under 5 F-bombs on you, and you don't delete.
No.
Well, there are zero tweets from Bear with that word in it.
But then again, I don't go hard on Twitter the way some of y'all do.
But you just said maybe a couple of F-bombs.
That would be the only thing I could think of.
Maybe you deleted them.
I mean, Cody left the infamous tweet up I think it may still be up.
I'm in a mini debate with my good buddy Jeff, who I've known since high school, who's listening to the show this afternoon. Jeff says, I want to get this correct. I ain't getting into a hot tub either unless there's at least one chick in there. It's a very
I always thought Jeff was one of your.
You have no idea who this is. Very highbrow group of friends that I still keep in touch with to this day. But it's funny, and I'm telling him right now, and he does not recall this, but I very specifically remember a party up at a chalet in the mountains with this character and several others in which
no chicks were in the hot tub.
Well, I think there were chicks in the hot tub, but I remember Jeff getting so inebriated,
smashed,
that he passed out face down in the hot tub.
That sounds like drowning.
Had to be removed by those of us that were sober enough to do so.
It is dangerous to drink to exit.
It is very dangerous.
That's what I said.
I know someone who their life ended.
Matthew Perry
drowned in a hot tub.
Well, they had a heart attack in the hot tub, and
hot tubs are not.
Yeah.
Like, did the heat cause the heart attack?
I think
Was
so.
older gentlemen?
And I think there were some not
contributing factors.
Yeah, not terribly older. I think there were some other maybe chemical additives to
blow.
I don't know. I'm not commenting, but I just stop.
I was banging 7-gram rocks.
Yeah.
But I think all that heat can, you got to be careful.
Oh man, when you're at you ever stay at one of those hotels or the indoor, you got the hot tub, you got the pool right now, you get in the hot tub, get all hot and hot, and then you get out, jump in the pool, and it's cold, you get that contrast, you get back in the hot tub, or vice versa, you get in the pool first and then you get in the hot tub. Oh man, the contrast. It's a wonderful thing. That's why they have them in all these sports facilities now, or they have the cold.
Those are all one man tubs.
Cold tub right next to the hot pool.
Yeah.
I know, Barry, you're very obsessed with multiple guys in the. There have been multiple dudes in those cold tubs too, by the way. Like we see that all the time in sports where guys are crowding in those things a little too close for comfort. You calling every football player who you're questioning their masculinity?
I'm not calling anybody anything.
You said it's weird.
To me, it's kind of an odd thing to do. Obviously, Jeff agrees with me.
Got a super chat here.
I've been in a hot tub with Jeff, so.
Yeah, but
we had the keg right by. Yes, we did, Jeff. We had the keg right there. We had the keg set up
there. The girls were there.
Loading up the refills from the keg in the hot tub. You don't even have to get out. Lord knows how much urine was in that hot tub.
Oh my God!
Yes, it's totally disgusting. Yeah, looking back on it.
Got a super chat from Jake Hart. It's not about hot tubs either.
Mm-hmm.
He says premier portal guys don't want to play for Barnes because his reputation of being hard on players. We always have to find the diamond in the rough, aka
that's dumb. That's
Chaz Lanier limits our Final Four ceiling.
I
I would tell you, Jacoby Gillespie was not a diamond in the rough. I mean, he was.
Yeah. He was the guy everybody wanted. Neither was Chaz Lanier, by the way. Okay, like people knew who Chaz Lanier was. He had other big time offers. He came here. He wanted to be closer to home, and he very much the opposite of what the super chatter says there. Not only did he not want to play for, he wanted to play for Rick Barnes because he knew he would push him beyond his comfort level and get the absolute most out of his athletic ability.
That's why Nate Ament said he came here too.
Yes.
That was the other one, but he's hard to play for. I know that.
Sure.
That's
not for everybody.
It's legit, but I don't know if that's a deterrent. You could say that, but I mean, Tom Izzo is probably hard to play for too.
Yes. You don't think Coach K was a Bobby Knight? You think Shire is a walk in the park? You think that's like fun? You don't think those guys are running until they puke in the summer? Like this big time college basketball. You think Danny Hurley is a fun guy to be around?
Kelvin Sampson.
That guy's a psycho. You got to be like, I don't know, man. The roll the ball out there coaches, those guys don't win.
Yeah.
Those guys don't win, man. I can't even, we had Jerry Green was kind of that way. Maybe Buzz Peterson. Like those guys are losers. I'm sorry. You're not going to win unless you have a coach that's a hard ass that's really going to push you.
Halfway psycho. And, Danny Hurley's got crazy eyes. So does Barnes. Barnes' eyeball does that thing where it starts twitching.
Yeah. I don't think Dusty May is going to be baking JP Estrella a fresh batch of cookies.
Probably not.
Anytime soon. That's going to be pretty militant. I mean, you have to. If you're running a program, like you've only got a limited amount of time. These things are year to year now, minute to minute. Right, Bear? Head on a swivel. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up right here on Fan Run Radio.
hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Thursday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to our show this afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Oh, man, I-40 traffic, the worst. But if you're there, put the phone down. We got you. We're going to take care of you on the way home this afternoon. We'll start with the top 5 at 5. Walker Smith, hit it.
At number 1, Tennessee basketball is set to host at least 2 visitors out of the NCAA transfer portal this weekend. In Loyola Chicago, forward Miles Rubin and Cal guard Day-Day Ames. Both have relationships with Vols assistant coach Amaro Morgan. On the other end, former Vols big man J.P. Estrella announced this afternoon he has committed to Michigan.
J.P. headed up to Ann Arbor. Couple of Chicago guys coming in to visit this weekend. You think we get another commitment this weekend?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we're talking about come Monday.
Lord knows we got plenty of room.
We do.
Plenty of room at the end.
I don't think, though, that, originally we were talking about filling 15 scholarship slots. I think that's changed again. He probably has room for a couple walk-ons. So right now, we have?
Well, we had 13 this year.
Right.
So we had 2 extras, and but immediately you had a couple of guys go on the shelf.
Yeah. I mean, because at one point when we had 9 returning and we had 3 freshmen coming in, that was 12 right there.
Yeah.
It's obviously not like that now. So I could see us targeting maybe like 5 guys out of the portal.
Yeah, and, Phil brought up Chris Washington from the Mid-State. Maybe you go ahead and take him. I just, if you're going to take a project, and Washington sounds like a ton of upside, but he's thin. In a day and age where nobody sticks, is there such a thing as a project anymore? Are we ever going to have a guy that's like, you take him and you don't get very much at all out of him for 2 years, and then he starts to blossom?
Yeah, there's probably not enough patience for 2 years.
I don't think so.
We haven't even talked about, and we'll do it later, but Kentucky, man.
Well, that's up next.
Oh, take it away.
All right, segue.
At number 2, let's take a look at some of the top players that have recently entered the transfer portal. The headliner of the past couple hours, or 24 hours, is Kentucky's Colin Chandler, an elite three-point shooter and defender. Elsewhere, notable names in the portal include TCU's David Punch and VCU guard Terrence Hill Jr.
Is Colin Chandler elite?
He's an elite three-point shooter.
He's clutch,
He
man.
torched us a couple of times, but
He shot 40% from three-point range. And he was Kentucky's best defender, too. But, I mean, it sounds like it's almost 1,000% lock he's going to BYU.
Is he Mormon?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh.
He's from Utah.
Well, good for again, the portal makes strange bedfellows, because when that popped up last night, immediately it was like, oh, do we want Colin Chandler? And my initial reaction was, no, I don't like that guy. But then you got to get past that quickly this day and age and be like, well, would he help us win?
I mean, I was hoping that I wasn't hoping, but I wasn't a big fan of the Tanner kid this year. I'd damn sure like to see him in orange next year, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with him. Like, I really didn't like Chandler. Major Duke vibes there. Just, I didn't like his hair. I didn't like his face. Certainly didn't like the fact that he eavesdropped on our huddle and stole the ball and basically cost us the game here. Didn't like the fact that he got on Ament and kind of locked him up in the game up there.
It's got the Kentucky fans crestfallen for sure.
Oh, really? They're in their feelings about it.
I listened to a little bit of KSR today, and because I mean that's the guy they called Captain Clutch. You know,
but yeah, you got to kind of. I mean, BYU's got a lot of money. He's a Utah kid. He's Mormon.
They got money now because I mean they DeBonta, Robert Wright left.
He was kind of a waste on that team, wasn't he? As good as he was.
Who's that? DeBonta? DeBonta was great.
Yeah, I know.
No, they were having a really good season before their second best player, Richie Saunders, tore his ACL. And he still came really close to single-handedly winning an NCAA tournament game for them. I mean,
they lost to Texas?
Yes. That was a good game. He's a really good player. If Saunders hadn't gotten hurt for them, they were definitely in play to be a second weekend team. At number 3, the Justice Department has opened an investigation into the NFL. According to the Wall Street Journal, the investigation accuses the league of engaging in anti-competitive tactics that have harmed consumers. Senator Mike Lee wrote a letter to the DOJ and Federal Trade Commission that NFL fans would have had to spend almost $1,000 to watch every game last season through cable and streaming subscriptions.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was this morning with the Masters. Like, the Masters is on Prime this morning.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm old enough to remember when the Masters wasn't on nothing.
Before like 2 o'clock.
2 or 3. Yeah,
2 or 3.
Yeah,
CBS.
But it's like it's like some of it's on the Masters, some of it's on Paramount. It's ESPN is there, the Golf Channel is there. It's like I just want to watch the golf, man. I don't want to watch the featured group. I don't want to just watch Amen Corner.
Oh, I love that.
I just want
whatever we clicked on over here.
I want the big broadcast.
Well, I mean, I want the big broadcast
when they wouldn't show, like, remember back in the day, like you couldn't get a glimpse of the front
they wouldn't
nine.
show the front 9, yeah.
And it's like, why would you not want everybody to see, the first 9 holes of one of like the most treacherous golf course in the world?
I mean, they're one of the few institutions that as much money is in that place, it's not all about the money. You can buy a pimento cheese sandwich for $1.50. It's a strange dynamic they've got going on there, but they've loosened it up a lot through the years.
Well, the thing that's wild about it is they give their broadcast rights pretty much away for free on the one condition that they control everything about it. Like, it's the only thing that does that. It's really wild. That's the way they do it. At number 4, the Big Ten Conference amassed nearly $70 million from NCAA distributions that will be paid for team appearances and performance in the 2024 men's and women's basketball tournaments. That is by far the most among all the conferences. The SEC totaled about $56.2 million, while other distributions will total at least $42.9 million for the Big 12, $34 million for the ACC, and $22 million for the Big East.
Only $22 million for the Big East. What will they do? But none of those schools have football, so they could just throw all their revenue share at basketball.
Yep. Well, UConn has football.
Do they, though?
Not really. They just lost their coach after they were starting to look good.
They find a way. Like they're not going to be skimping on basketball, men's or women's.
No. Not at all.
How will these schools ever survive? You know, I was watching YouTube. Some guys got a tour of the UT football facility from Derek Owings. It was just posted like in the last 3 or 4 days, and they're going all through it, and it's pretty interesting. But it's just like, man, the embarrassment of riches. And they even talk about it at one time, like how much better the facilities at an SEC football school are than an NFL facility. Like they've got this thing over there where you walk through, we're talking about hot tubs, like you walk through like the shower that's showering you both ways. It's like a hall. And then you go into the hot tub and then like into something. They've got the dryer. You know, at an amusement park, when you go on the lazy river thing, it splashes you, and then they've got those dryers that you can like pay $1 or $2, and then you go stand in and get your pants dry.
Yeah.
They've got one of those in the football facility. Now, keep in mind, this is in a locker room, right? You're not at Dollywood.
No.
They have towels.
It's like diarrhea. But nutritionist Amy Shapiro said modern evidence is slim. Quote, while it may technically contain trace elements like calcium or iron, it does not function as a meaningful or reliable resource.
Probably more likely to contain pesticides or some other harmful chemical.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is your generation, Walker. You guys have moved on from eating the Tide Pods to just dirt. Just straight up dirt, soil.
I don't claim them.
It's a good way to get worms.
I'm not out here eating clay. Don't affiliate me with those weirdos.
Well, I mean, you brought it to the table, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Thank you, Walker. That is the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by the Casual Pint North Shore, where we will be a special live broadcast tomorrow. Come on out, see us, watch the golf with us. Masters going on. It'll be round 2 tomorrow. And we'll be giving away tickets to go see the Knoxville Smokies, flex tickets to get into any Smokies home game. Come on out, see us. We'll also have some fan run swag that you can pick up while you're out there. And be sure to hang out and have a cold beverage with us. Maybe some beer cheese pretzels, something like that. A little flatbread action, a burger. We got you covered tomorrow at the Casual Pint North Shore, 2045 Thunderhead Road in West Knoxville. Inside the blue building, right between Kazzy's and Soccer Taco. It is going to be spectacular. You cannot miss it. Sam Burns and Rory McIlroy tied at 5 under par in the clubhouse atop the leaderboard at Augusta.
Shadows are growing long.
I love that.
Oh, down there? I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Do you guys do the Masters Sunday nap?
I mean, I do a Masters every day nap if I can.
I mean, I kind of hover in between being conscious and watching it, and you're not really asleep, but you're not really kind of just
I like to
utter
open
relaxation.
I like to open my sliding glass door, the screen door, hear the birds chirping outside.
Get a cool breeze.
Have the Masters on, turn down low, though, where I can just barely hear it. The dulcet tones of Jim Nantz. And, yeah, just kind of conk out for an hour or two. Wake up around 5, as we're getting to it on the back 9. That's a good nap, man. That's a top 10 nap right there. The Masters nap.
That's solid, yeah.
Oh, it's a great nap.
I mean, if I'm power ranking the naps, you got your Thanksgiving nap. Masters nap is right up there. Rainy day weekend nap.
Yeah.
It's good.
Out on the lake all day, just got home now.
Yeah, I was going to say beach, but lake can work too. Yeah.
Out in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Nap.
That's a good nap.
Christmas afternoon.
Christmas. I was thinking about that. I don't know that I do that, but I could see that. This is the offshoot of the Thanksgiving Day nap.
Sure.
What about like a 4th of July, I drank too much, a little too early nap?
I mean,
we drank beer. I liked beer. Still like beer.
Is that a nap or is it just passing out?
Well,
I mean, 4th of July
you say tomato, I say tomato. I mean, it's a slim difference, but sometimes it's a little bit of both. My friend Jeff, who passed out in the hot, he took a nap.
He didn't take a nap. He blacked out.
Yeah. Which led to a nap. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show here this afternoon. Jason Day, Kurt Kitayama, Patrick Reed, Justin Rose, all at 3 under, just 2 shots back. Schauffele lurking, he's at 2 under. Jordan Spieth, Scotty Scheffler, 2 under, lurking on the leaderboard. Coming up here in just a minute, we're going to go out to the desert and talk to the Chic. How about Rory and Scotty versus the field? Our first question for the Chic. And does he have any winners for us heading into a busy sports weekend? You're listening to The Drive, Fan Run Radio. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
making it happen for us in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. And we go now to the desert. The Chic standing by. Good afternoon, John Hodge. How are you, sir?
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Doing good. Of course, it's Thursday at Augusta. Doing great. How good is April, though, man? April, Final Four, Masters, basketball portal, spring football, NFL draft, and dogwood trees.
College baseball.
College baseball. Well, some
we
years
had that for a few years. Yeah, that was good. Maybe it'll come back. Oh, Haji, it's good to hear from you, my friend. Love the Masters. Love this time of year. This week is special. We've been talking to you at Augusta every year now for a long time now. And, the names change.
Yeah.
The names change. No Phil, no Tiger, those guys that we always love to talk about. But there's always the next generation, right?
Yes, sir. There's this conversation would have started out a lot different an hour ago, if you know what I'm screaming. We always did. It seemed like the Freddie Couples watch.
Yes.
And he went all 10 cup on us there at 15, knocked a couple in the water, and then hit another one in the water at 16. Goes 9-5 on those two holes to drop to 4 over from 2 under. Man, nice. He was in the top 10. Yeah.
But he knows. He knows he's not, it was fun a couple of, maybe 10, 15 years ago when you thought, hey, maybe he can compete. And he did. I feel like there were a couple where he may have taken it into Saturday or even Sunday once or twice. But now he knows that he's not in it for the long haul. But that hit you in the feel goods to see his name up the top earlier today.
Yeah, he was the oldest to make the cut 3 years ago at 63. So he would be 66 if he makes the cut this year, but he's going to have to tighten it up and do something. I don't know with those penalty shots.
Put up a 9. Put up a 9 on 15, huh?
Yeah, laid up in perfect spot, hit it on the green, and it rolled back in. And the next one he hit a little chunky, and it didn't get to the green and rolled back in, obviously. But we got a Tennessee golfer out there.
Yeah.
Jackson Harrington, runner-up at the U.S. Am. He is second low amateur.
Big lefty.
Playing with a former champion Cabrera.
That's cool.
I don't know if hope he doesn't get in a fight with him or anything. That goes.
Well, I think Cabrera.
Great to see him make the cut, though.
Cabrera had an issue fighting with the ladies, as I recall.
It's
not good. It's not good.
Right. Yeah.
Not good. All right. Well, Haji, I'll pose it to you this way: Rory and Scotty versus the field. Who you got?
I'd take one of those two. If you're asking me which one, I would take those two over the field.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got it's just almost set in stone at this point. You got let's see, how many trends do we have here? 13 of the last 14 ranked 16th in the world. Obviously, they're 1 and 2 right now. It would be nice to have a showdown at this point with them, wouldn't it? 10 of the last 12 have a major runner-up at least to their credit. You don't see surprise winners at Augusta very often. Speaking of Cabrera, he was 69th in 09. He was the lowest. Schwartzel was 29th, I think, in about 2011. I believe. But so I'm looking at the top 16 here. Scheffler and McIlroy 1 and 2. Fleetwood is 4th. He's 1 under. Rose is 9th in the world. He's 3 under. So I give him still a chance after last year, especially. Schauffele's 2 under. He's 10th. And Patrick Reed is 23rd, but he's on the DP World Tour now, and he's won 2 tournaments recently. He's still 18. You can get him 18-1. He's 3 under. He'll be there. So I'll be looking at. I think Bob's going to ask me this in a little while. I can just tell he's going to ask me what my bets are for the rest of the weekend. But I still like Reed to be in certainly the top 10, and maybe I'll take a shot at some top 5s with these guys and top 10s that are the guys that are up there, because they're going to be there on Sunday most likely.
You know, a guy who he's been up and down the last couple of years, but he always seems to play this course well. He's won it before, and he's climbing today. He's tied for 7th after 13 holes. Jordan Spieth, who opened with big, like plus 4,500. I mean, is this a guy you would want to, be interested to see what the numbers look like for him today after one round?
Yeah. So, definitely he's got, 11 of the top, this is pretty crazy. 11 of the top last 12 winners were in the top 11 after the first round. And Spieth is certainly one of those. And you look at Spieth and experience, we're like with Freddie, we're talking about experience a lot. And they obviously, like Mickelson, he gets fired up when he plays there. Too bad he couldn't be there this week. But look at Jordan, 2 under. And he hadn't been playing well really at all. He hadn't been putting well. And then Danny Willett, he's a champion. He's 1 under. I don't even know if he was still playing golf, but he's here at Augusta. Garcia's 1 under. Last I looked, no, I think he dropped to even last I saw through 15. Adam Scott, another former champion, even par. He hadn't been playing that well. So, yeah, those guys that have experience, if Jordan can just make a couple putts, he'd be right there. So I wouldn't count him out. I would put him on my list of guys that could certainly win with Scheffler, McIlroy, Fleetwood, Rose, Schauffele, Reed, and maybe Spieth. Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
I feel like Justin Rose is the new Englishman. Was it Lee Westwood, who was always so close in this tournament for years and years and just could not get over the hump?
Yeah, he was the guy that was the best in the world who couldn't win a major, and he never did win a major. Obviously, Rose did win a U.S. Open, but he's been just nipping. He's got he lost 2 Masters in playoffs, obviously, last year, and then against Sergio. Sergio finally got his first one, and that was versus Rose. So, yeah, pulling for Rose. I've actually got him as a first-round leader. He's 1 back of the guys, so another birdie or two would be give me something exciting to watch here for the last hour or so.
Couple guys who I think I've told you before, I'm in a one and done pool all season long where I have to, pick a player, and I've got Schauffele this week, so I'm feeling okay. But I was torn. Yeah. I was thinking about taking either John Rahm or Bryson DeChambeau because they're both on the live circuit and you can only pick them for a couple of, the majors basically.
Yeah.
And I'm sure glad I didn't. Rahm has blown up, so has Bryson. But do you think there's any, is there any sort of world where you could put some money on them, to rally at all? I just don't know how those markets work.
I don't know if Rahm's going to even make the cut at this point. 6 over through 14. He missed a 2-foot putt on one. It didn't even hit the hole. And I think he just came unglued off the rails early. And he was my pick to win the tournament. So I just heard so much about how good he's been playing. He won, he win 2 of the last 4 or something on live. So he's been playing so good, and he's talking about how good he's playing. And Bryson was another one who's talking about how good he's playing. He's 4 over, and he's lucky to be 4 over. So maybe a top 40 market or something if you can find a bargain. But I wouldn't mess with Rahm until he sees if he can make the cut, first of all.
Who's the current best player never to have won a major, Haji?
Let's see here. I haven't thought about that. Cam Young, I guess you'd have to say. He just won the Players. He hadn't been out there long. He's 28 or 29.
Yeah. Big hitter.
He's only played in 141 events, and that's the magic number. For anybody to win, you have to play at least 141 tournaments. I thought that was interesting that he fell right on that number. He struggled today, but he bounced back to get to 1 over. He's one that maybe if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Matsuyama maybe for a top 20. He's minus 120. I think he's one. Cam Young, the way he bounced back today, probably value on a top 20 there. Let me see if I wrote. He's minus 110 actually right now to finish in the top 20. That's a pretty good bet, I believe. Justin Thomas was even money for a top 20, and he's in the top 15, I think, right now still. Fleetwood is plus 160 for a top 10. He's 1 under. I expect him to be in the top 10 certainly come Sunday.
Google AI overview has Fleetwood Patrick Cantley as a potential best player never to have won a major, and then Victor Hovland and Ludwig Oberg. Couple of good ones.
Yeah. Oberg is young, obviously. He'll get his chances. He'll win a major, certainly. So he may be the best of the group. But Fleetwood, he's been so solid. He won the Tour Championship last year. That's almost a major, so wouldn't be surprised to see him win one. So, yeah, Fleetwood, Cam Young, and let's see, Morikawa's won one. Fitzpatrick has. Chris Gotterup's won. I actually bet him.
Yeah, he won a lot last year.
Yeah, he's already won 2 this year too, and I've got him 14-1 to win a major this year. I thought he might have a little trouble this week, just because it's his first Masters, and you got to have experience to win a Masters. But he's definitely got the game and the tools, so I expect him to be in the hunt in the next three majors.
So it appears, I mean, the weather forecast up here in Tennessee is going to be, beautiful but dry, which I think is going to be the case down at Augusta too. And I just wonder what that's going to do to what's a winning total score going to be, because it feels like it's going to be a fast track all the way through.
Yeah, let's see. The only pool I'm in, I took the winning score to be 10 under. I thought it might be a little tough this year to get to double figures, and it still might. It's going to get warmer every day. It's going to be, and today's probably the breeziest day, so they can do whatever they want. They'll set up the course however they want. But it will, as long as it stays dry and crispy out there. They're not going to want to lose the greens, but they'll make it tough on the guys. But fair, I guess fair would mean, if you're one of the best players in the world, it'll be a great challenge for you, and you'll see one of the best in the world will win it, put on a green jacket or possibly another green jacket, most likely.
Chatting with the Chic this afternoon here on Fan Run Radio. Haji is a longtime golf guy and a guy who reveres the Masters. I'm seeing some criticism of the coverage that we've seen, particularly from ESPN today. Kevin Hart was there being interviewed, Saquon Barkley. I think I saw where maybe Burt Kreischer had been there. Do you feel like some of this stuff flies in the face of the old school, tradition-rich guys in plaid pants and tight-fitting golf shirts image that the Masters has historically tried to convey?
Russ, I'm not one of those guys that gets offended by anything, and nothing really bothers me. I get it. I mean, I understand how people are. If you're not angry, you're not having a good time, I guess. Most people are only happy when they're miserable. So I really don't care, but it's kind of weird to see The Miz on the coverage this morning with Laura Rutledge.
Yeah, I'm glad what does the Undertaker think about this weekend at the Masters? We need to know.
Yeah,
and what are we doing? What are we promoting? Promoting Super Slam or whatever it is. Coming up in a couple of weeks, we got to stick that in the Masters coverage. I'm not.
Somebody get Mark Calcavecchia's thoughts on the Royal Rumble, please. Let's get a little crossover going.
Yeah, Bryce. He's kind of awkward, I guess, socially. I don't, he doesn't, I think he's had a girlfriend, but he keeps out of the spotlight. I don't know if he has one now, because he had Kevin Hart caddying for him at the par 3 contest yesterday. But he also was giving Kevin lessons on the range yesterday. I thought that was a little tacky. I'm not sure the guys down there in the Butler cabin really appreciated that too much, to have Kevin Hart hitting balls on the range.
Oh,
was
it Hootie Johnson, or who was the guy that Ingram maybe?
No, it was Hootie Johnson.
He's
back in the day.
He's passing out on his fainting couch if he's still alive somewhere.
Did you see what they did last year? They had Dude Perfect playing like frisbee golf out there.
That's so bad.
on Augusta last year.
And there was a moment in time where I thought Jason Kelsey was kind of cute. Now I'm over it. It's like I don't want to see any more Jason.
He's
Kelsey.
A little overexposed.
Yeah, it's like
he was caddying for Batia yesterday, and he also was getting some mic time, and he hit a shot. It's typically reserved for the family, right? The kids, the wives, the girlfriends, whatever. But I guess if you can't find a lady. You just got to bring in somebody else to do this.
They
stuff.
wouldn't. God, who was it? I saw it. They wouldn't let Gary Player. They would not let Gary Player play around with his 3 grandsons.
One of those reasons was his son. One of his sons came on the course and was trying to sell some merchandise one year, and that was probably in the last 10 years, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It seems like. And so that kind of got him asked a question. But certain things you don't do. You don't. There was who was it? Somebody was playing. It was Calcavecchia.
Calcavecchia showed up with the cell phone.
Yeah, you're out of here. Right.
They threw him out.
That's what. Yeah. I knew that there's a reason that name was floating in the ether. So
yeah,
he had
his phone out
in there. Well, I like that though, man. I mean, that's what the Masters is supposed to be. I'm sorry.
Do they give you the bags?
This isn't numb. There are rules.
Do they have I wonder if they have the bags.
No, you leave it in your phone. You can't bring
it
through
in
the
your car.
Leave it in your car. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Yeah, and I like that for sure. You're at the Masters. It's a historic thing. I don't know how many you're going to get to go to if you're not a regular patron. I don't know how many you're going to get to go to, but I went to one. The last one I went was in 2000, and before that it was maybe one in the 80s and a couple in the 70s. And just enjoy it. There's no prettier piece of ground in the world than right there, and you're looking at history.
But I gotta put a picture of the pimento cheese on Instagram.
Right.
Everybody's got to see that I'm at the Masters. What is it even worth going if I can't show all my internet friends that I'm there?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Russ.
Conversely, though, I can't imagine. My wife sent it to me yesterday. There's not a cuter thing than seeing Tommy Fleetwood's kid get interviewed. Have you seen that?
100%.
Oh my God!
2 years in a row. Yeah, they asked him more questions about clearing the water than they did Rory the last 10 years about winning the thing.
Yeah, because you can imagine bloodlines and stuff. He's got a decent looking little swing. He's he's like 7, 8 years old, but listening to him going, "I'm going to try better next time." Just a little short.
Unbelievable.
He was amazing, man.
He hit one in the water, and then they gave him a mulligan, and he hit it again, but hit it in the water again. But he hit it far enough to reach the green, but he just was right of the green, and it's just a little tight there. So next year, everybody's looking forward to that already. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the fun stuff there for sure.
If you had to have your choice, or which of the $1.50 sandwiches would you eat? Would it be the egg salad, chicken salad, or pimento cheese sandwich?
I mean, I don't think I've ever had a pimento cheese sandwich like just by itself. I love like some pimento cheese on like a burger. I've had a couple of those that are really good.
You don't eat pimento cheese sandwiches?
But I just don't think I've ever had one. Like I think I would have to go with that just because that's the thing. And egg salad sounds like, I don't know, on a hot day.
Sounds gross.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, that'd be the danger point. Same with egg salad, right? I remember I had a egg salad sandwich I was planning. When I was living in Atlanta, I was playing this 9-hole scramble in Cartersville. We just drive up there every Tuesday and Thursday and play this 9-hole thing. And I had a chicken salad sandwich, and I didn't make it to the first green before I had to drive back to the clubhouse. So.
Oh, no.
Have you seen this pile of crap?
All right, Haji, any other thoughts on the Masters as we head into the weekend? People, places, holes to watch.
Well, I think you don't have to be a huge golf fanatic to recognize the names on the leaderboard this weekend and Sunday. You won't be confused about who's out there. The cream will rise to the top as it always does, and I would say you're pretty likely to have a Scotty or McIlroy win. But I have some action on Fleetwood and Rose and Schauffele, so that's who I'm looking for, and I think they'll be right up in there. We'll see. But I just can't wait, as always. Can't wait for the next 3 days. And then we can, once the draft and April gets out of here, if there's no World Series in our future, then it's probably going to be football prep for the rest of the summer.
Can I ask you, maybe putting you on the spot, do you have any early thoughts on futures for NCAA basketball champion for next year?
Not until the portal gets sorted
Yeah, I
out.
guess
Yeah, what do you take him for? Some kind of gambling degenerate? I mean, come on, Bob.
That's a fair point.
John Hodge, he's got other things on his mind.
Everything's so
just a little early yet. I guess is it Duke and somebody else are the favorites ahead of Michigan?
Well, I saw our guest Kevin Sweeney from Hour One had his way too early top 25 out.
He did. Yeah.
I haven't looked at any of those just because, like, what is the point?
Well,
we literally don't know any of our starters.
He didn't have Tennessee in there, which was wise. There was somebody, I think it was Fox Sports, like Casey Jacobson, who had Tennessee like 13th, but he was also talking about JP Estrella, and it was obviously done like a week and a half ago. So
we only have about 5 players between the men and the women's teams, don't we? So
all right, Haji.
Hard to predict anything for me anyway.
Yeah, man. Good. One more thing on the way out the door. Hot tub with the fellas, yay or nay?
God.
Oh, I haven't been listening, so I assume you've been talking about that today.
Yeah, you're lucky you, man.
It would have to be, I don't know.
There are two sides.
Bear's very disturbed by the fact that Walker and I have no qualms about getting in the hot tub with dudes and sharing a couple of cold beverages and chopping it up.
Yeah, if you're on a golf trip with the guys, or it needs to be a pretty big hot tub,
there
right?
you
go. That was a key point. Yeah, we're not sitting in the heart-shaped hot tub at the Overlook Hotel on the Little River in Gatlinburg.
All right, okay, that'd be a hard no. Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Thanks, Haji.
All right, enjoyed it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Haji.
The Chic checking in from the desert with a couple of picks as he's going with Rory and Scotty versus the field. That would be cool, like the two of them paired up on Sunday going at it.
Duel.
They've never done, I mean, they've kind of circled each other for the past couple of years, but they haven't had that like going head-to-head moment.
Well, Rory
Rory melts on the last
he
day.
kind of melted last year, right? I mean, it's not like
twice.
He just sort of won it by default. Like nobody would take it from him, but he was crumbling, wasn't he?
Down the stretch, yeah.
Oh, he hit it in the water on 13. They then came back and had an awesome shot on.
He was solid in his playoff hole and everything because it went to sudden death, right?
Well,
That's
yeah,
right, yeah.
He went to sudden death because he missed like.
Was it with Rose?
Yeah, it was with Justin Rose, and he missed like an inside 10 feet putt to win it, slid it right by it, and then had to go to a playoff, and everyone was like, "Oh, he just choked for the third time today."
Yeah.
God, that round was so awesome.
He got it home though.
Yeah, it was sad when it ended.
It was so awesome.
I liked seeing him get it. I liked the year Sergio finally got it. Like seeing the guys who, like Mickelson was the best. I think he had won, or no, that was his first major.
It was his first one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, and that's why I'm always rooting for if Spieth can make a run because he tends to do it here. But that means then all the cameras are on him, and he is, to me, such a fascinating watch because he's nuts. He like talks to himself all the time while he's walking up and down the fairways, and I mean he is mental. But I'd love to see him make a run.
All right, final timeout of the show. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show. Got a couple of phone calls. We'll wrap it up right after this.
The Drive. Tony Basilio, the official voice of the common fan, is now on Fan Run Radio. Fan Run Radio. Tony Basilio, weekdays from 11 to 1. Be there.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
It'll be a 7 p.m. first pitch on the SEC Network. 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. Saturday, 2 p.m. on Masters Sunday. Bart Gregory and Charlie Winfield will have the call on SEC Network, plus all games will be streamed only this weekend.
One of those guys sounds dead off like Brett Hollander. I just saw.
No, these are the Mississippi State guys.
These sound like State guys. Whoever we had for LSU.
That was Redmond Walsh, I think.
Is that who said it? Sounds like
he has a very unique. Yeah, he is a little Hollander-esque.
I just saw Shump from RTI put out we're going with the same rotation this weekend.
Yeah, same rotation. Not a big surprise. I don't think it really matters much, like the order of those starters. I think the more critical thing is how you deploy Arvidsson and Appenzeller, because you got to get as much, because you don't have anything else. you've got to get as much as you can out of those two guys. Mississippi State enters the weekend as one of the most balanced teams in the country this season. They rank in the top 15 nationally in batting average, scoring, hits, ERA, and WHIP. Yeah, tough deal for the Volunteers this weekend. Is it Brian O'Connor, the new coach down there from Virginia? He got them rolling early.
Really just need one.
Don't get swept.
Don't get swept. Heck,
I can't believe we're back to this, man.
And the other thing, we've won 8 in a row against Mississippi State. 8 in a row.
Rusty.
Yeah, and now we're back to don't get swept.
Let's make it 9 in a row, and then we'll use the next 2.
We've been neutered.
We're back to that again.
Don't get swept. Get swept. We're the program that comes and kicks the door in. We kick the door down.
We're the one who knocks.
We are the one who knocks. We point at your girlfriend and said, hey, you're with me this weekend.
Go get in the car now.
Eat a sandwich up in your kitchen. Throw the cheese wrapper on the floor. Don't get swept. Oh, God. 865-966-3435. Joshy boy up first. Go ahead, Joshy boy.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Good. I feel like if we get swept this week, most of the fans are going to be checked out.
Sadly, I think a lot of fans are already checked out.
I was just going to say, I think we might be there already.
We spent the week, we've talked more basketball, and the season ended last weekend than we have, or weekend before last.
It can come back, though. I mean, you win this series, I think, it's a little bit of fair weather fickleness happening right here, but there's opportunity. Yeah. This is a good roster. They just got to put it together. It's hard to watch these guys flounder.
Why do you think Elander doesn't have the fire like Tony does? Why do you think he doesn't get mad at umpires?
Different personality, different people. Tony's likes to fight guy. Elander, he's cool breeze. He's laid back. You can't can you fake the fire, Bob? Can you manufacture that a little bit? Or you just have to be who you are?
I think, be who you are. I would like to see him. I bet he's going to have a boiling point at some point. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen it.
Every man's got his breaking point.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe it's this weekend.
What are we, Russ, 2 weeks away from the NFL draft from today?
Yes. Thank you for pointing that out.
I have a bad feeling as a Titans fan. They're just going to kick us in the nuts, and the Cardinals are going to draft Jeremiah Love before we get to him.
Yeah, you still get a good player. You can still get a good player, though.
I want Jeremiah Love.
I feel you. You can't always get what you want, Joshy boy.
Can't always get.
Sometimes
That's true.
Sometimes, like Bear, he can't sing a lick, but evidently doesn't stop him.
So, from the people I've talked to, they have really good sources inside the program and other people. We should be excited on who we're talking to and who we might get out of the portal. That's all. I'm going to leave it at that.
Thank you, Joshy boy. Very exciting times. Let's get Roberto in here next. Roberto, you're on the Drive Fan Run Radio.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
And I don't know if I'd wish away my my first round draft pick on a running back. I don't know anything about the NFL, and I don't really care. But I don't think you're supposed to waste first round picks on running backs.
Would be a bold decision.
Titans need a lot more than that too. like
this is true.
Literally all the positions. Love the Titans. Big fan.
I can tell.
Man, the Masters has been really interesting. Just watching all the guys that have won green jackets just dominate today, other than Sam Burns, the obvious outlier. That's been kind of wild. That usually doesn't happen until like day 3. So that makes me think that on moving day, those guys are going to be way up the leaderboard, and the Sam Burns of the world who
happens every year. There's always some guy you've never heard of up at the top that fades.
Yeah, but to have the guys that you have heard of up there, I just feel like this is getting ready to be a blowout of epic proportions. And I didn't agree with Haji pre-tournament, but I definitely do now. But I think the best value in the field still, if you look at it, well, I don't know, because I don't know where Justin Rose is now. But before he struck his first golf ball today, he was catching like plus 3,500 to win it. I thought that was a really good bet, because he's been right there. I mean, he's got the second most runner-up ever without winning the Masters, and he's lost twice in a playoff. So I think that he's playing great golf, and that would be a good pick if you guys are wanting to throw some cash. It's not Rory or Scotty Scheffler.
It's just it's about familiarity, right? And like you said, I mean,
like 25 times.
Yeah, there's always these guys, who just keep showing up year after year on this leaderboard.
Yeah, and I would love to see all the amateurs implode the next 24 hours, so our boy Harrington can be the highest rated amateur.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool to have a University of Tennessee kid up there. He started out like a house of fire. I think he actually made the first birdie of the Masters today. But it's been a great tournament so far. Again, just surprised at how well the guys who are always there are playing. And then Bryson DeChambeau just laying the fat over 3 of them in the bunker. Did you guys see that?
I did not.
He took 3 shots to get out of the bunker on 11 and triple. No guy has ever won the Masters having a triple on the card.
Yeah, Roberto, thanks, man. We got to get DR in here. That course has a way of humbling the greatest. Come by, see us. We'll be watching the Masters tomorrow at the Casual Pint North Shore, 2045 Thunderhead Road in West Knoxville. Live edition of The Drive. Should be a lot of fun. West Knoxville tomorrow. DR Vol, our final caller. What's up, DR?
Hey, I'll make it quick. I hope the guy from UT does win it all, so Dr. Dumbass can tweet out everything in school again. I really enjoyed that. And my question today, what?
He's taking shots at Danny White. It's Holly Rowe deleted her tweet, but you got to double down. I feel like it's unnecessary.
Well, I hate she deleted it, because once it's out there, it kind of looks worse. Like you said, you delete it. But I will ask this. Would being in a hot tub with Will Smith after he comes out be Bearer's own personal 9/11? And I'll hang up and listen.
Why stressed out trying to get you on before the end of the show? I'll never know.
Hey, Bear. It's the Fresh Prince. You want to hop in the tub with me and DJ Jazzy Jeff? I got Uncle Phil in here.
Uncle Phil's dead.
That's not
It's not about being nice. It's just a statement of fact. Uncle Phil died.
I'm not actually the Fresh Prince either, huh? Thanks, guys. No.